Oh, you made it! You're here! Matty Red Bull Harris. Well, it's been an early start, viewers. 6 a.m. here at the home of the Scorchers, the Taren Point Scorchers, taking on the Gymea Goannas in this Grade 7 semi-final blockbuster in Open Gender Pennant here at Metro South East Bowls region. You better be loving it. Thanks for joining us. Very shortly, I'll be joined by Terry Bogus, the president of the Gymea Goannas. But for the moment, we'll introduce the players and tell you what's going on. So, that's what you're watching. Let's find out where they are, and away we go. So thanks for joining us. It's been an interesting morning and a sad morning, to be honest. Captain Cook Bridge was closed today because there was a horrendous accident, and I believe 3 people have lost their lives, 4 people actually. So our thoughts go out to those families, and don't know the full details, but perhaps they were suggested that drag racing was occurring. Yeah, so it took me a little longer to get here, but yeah, very sad indeed. However, we're here for bowls. We're here this morning for the Grade 7 semi-final match between the Taren Point Black and the Gymea Goannas. So thanks for joining us. We have on this rink Thomas Gieskamp taking on Dave Taylor's team. And Thomas's team is Sam Vella, Jim Stafford, Stephen Banks and Tom Gieskamp or Gieskamp. My apologies already if you're a relative, and that's the mispronunciation. But they're taking on the Goannas, which is Craig Roberts, Dave Stevens, John Sheldon, and David Taylor. This afternoon there'll be a new link. I just haven't got that link at the moment because we don't know who's going to be playing. So sit back and relax. 2 trial ends, and yeah, you found us. Good luck to all the umpires and everyone else involved today, because a lot's been done. And thank you to BSC, Bob Short and Electrical, for their support of this coverage. And yeah, can't wait. 63 ends. And remember, send us a hello-y, and we'll go from there. On the other 2 rinks, we're on rink 7 at the moment. Rink 6, the middle rink, is Dave Craddock from Taren Point taking on John Crawley. And on rink 5, which on our stream will be rink 3, we have Colin Mullen taking on Mark Agar from Gymea. And they're talking about getting people out of the cameras, and they've done well already, talking to each other. And it was a nice conversation with the players this morning, talking about how I'm going to try and make them rock stars, but it's up to them to see how they go with that. I take no responsibility for the backsides and the plumber's cracks and everything else that goes on with the world of live streaming. So thanks for joining us and choosing to be with us this morning. Yeah, it's going to be a cracking day. So let's have a look at the players. All right, this is Sam Vella. Sam's using a dynamic and he's using a blue bowl. And he's a pocket rocket. Look at him. Ready to launch. And Vella. Italian, perhaps? If there's any family members watching, let us know. And he's looking forward to it. These are grade 7s. And, you know, can't wait to see how things transpire. And I will go through the course of the morning around who's who and in the hood. This is Craig Roberts, and Craig has got an Optima Blue bowl, and that's what he looks like from behind. And our skipper's doing their best to adjust things, and they're very mindful of trying to not be present on the camera too much. The only person I didn't get to speak to was Thomas, so I believe that we may have an issue with where Thomas is standing, but Anyway, hope you had a good day. Hope your week was good. I'm in a good space, just so you know. I had a couple of interesting weeks. Faking it till I made it, and we've all got our own crosses to bear and different things. But going well. For those who weren't aware, I went to my auntie, my favourite aunt's funeral last week, who was inflicted by cancer for her last couple of years of her life, and she passed away, and we buried and celebrated her life last Friday. So Friday week, so we've had a bit of a softening in the grief and all those sorts of things, but none of us get out of this alive. So that's Jim Stafford having a giggle. He's got the Optima Yellow, and this is ZZ Top, Mr. David Stevens. He's got the Optima West Tigers Bowl, and I'll tell you about the win, because at the moment I've got a very interesting breeze doing its thing, and I may have to adjust some signage that I have up because the wind has swung around and it's a little bit breezy here, as it is always here with Taren Point. So wherever you are, wherever you found us, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day with us. If you check in and you go away and you come back and all of that sort of stuff, come back. So this is Dave Stevens with the West Tigers Bowl, and I like the colour coordination of his shoes, and he's looking rather sharp. All right, we're moving on to the thirds, and let's have a look at the thirds in action. This is Mr. Stephen Banks, and Steve's got the Optima, and they're blue and white with the squiggles. So you won't be able to miss those. And they're all excited about being on the live stream, not? They all went, oh no. And I went, oh yes. So thanks for joining us. And if you've got to go and do some things, then do that and always come back. This is John Sheldon, and I do know that we've got both the streams up in Taren Point and at the Gymea Goannas. I did mention to Terry, the president, who's going to join us soon. John Sheldon using Optima Yellow bowls. We'll talk about the breeze, we'll talk about the temperature, and we'll talk about the green speed, but we won't worry too much about the green speed at the moment. There was a lot of rain overnight, and had a certain bit of rain, and that helped with the dew. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with our green speed for the moment. But just to let you know, we have got a forecast top of 21 degrees. It's currently 18. And, yeah, the wind from the south. And we're looking at around about wind gusts of about 30 kilometres per hour. So it is going to impact the players. It's going to impact my level of comfort. Because my cameras and my signage and all of that sort of stuff will be, inundating me at times. So, well, there you go. This is our second of two trial ends. Players are swapping round. Lots of people around at the moment. Come on down. There will be hundreds of people here, the home of the Taren Point Scorchers, and we'd love to see you here. And if you can't, stay here with me. This is Tom Gieskamp, or Guy's Camp. I will try and get his proper pronunciation, but he's using an Aqua Red Line, and it's an SR, I believe. No doubt the players will be just feeling their way through. And this is a good look at Dave Taylor. He's using a Premier, which is a green Master Bowl, and he's using a blue bowl. So it'll be game on. We're going to have the updates for you regarding the other matches that are on this morning. The other semi-final that is over from where we are is Grandviews versus Caringbah. And They're looking very excited. And we've also got the final of a non-pennant version of Pennants, and we'll talk about that as we go through. So sit back, relax, enjoy this spectacle, and yeah, looking forward to bringing you this this semi-final. All right, we're ready to go. Good start there from Craig Roberts. And the reply from Sam Vella. Yeah, I need to make a little bit of a correction. Matt is up, and we're looking at a reasonably short length. Yep. Good start, Sammy. Very nice. Well done. No bowls behind the head, which is not unusual for the early start. A lot of these players aren't used to perhaps being on the green, and you can see how far the mat is up. And I'm on the right-hand side there. And the breeze is basically behind the players at the moment. This is a good look at Jim Stafford using the yellow Optima. That's a good miss with a positive draw shot, but well done to Dave Stevens. That's a good first one. He'll be looking for a slight correction on that. And you can see that the wind is quite present because it is going to have a little bit of an impact on the autofocus of my cameras. Not a bad second up effort here. Well, that shot by lead Sam Vella is in a very good home. Let's see how Jim goes with his correction. He's given it, obviously, a better option with his line. Really wants to get behind to help build this head for his skipper, Thomas. Not a bad effort. Lots of people out and about. And we have got on the other green, I will let you know who is out and about if you come on down. This is John Sheldon using an Optima yellow bowl. And this is Stephen Banks, got an Optima blue and white. Now, trying to look at the stickers, I will try and identify who's got what shot, and obviously you follow with me. And if you could just let us know if it all sounds okay, if the volume's just right, because we want to make sure you can hear me. So, players' early days for them. And I'm probably going to have to take a sign down in a moment because it's blowing around way too much. And when we actually got the signage from Malaysia, they didn't drill some holes in the bottom for me. So I've got magnets trying to hold down a banner that's really flapping in the wind. But anyway, all right, needs a correction here, Mr. Banks. Lots of people out and about. Great to see them, and other people watching in the club, which is great. Now, not sure. They are holding shot at the moment. So, obviously, Steve just missing the mark there, but that's okay. Early days. Let's swap over to the skipper's turn. They're all up and about. Not too many people shouting and doing all sorts of things, but just tell us where you're watching from. Say good day. If you don't, that's cool too. I'll be here. And thanks for joining us. Maybe got a bit of housework to do today. Not sure. This is Dave Taylor using a Premier Blue Bowl. That's what it looks like. That's all the way up. And yeah, I have had to sandbag down my monitors because they are getting buffeted. And I may even have to apply more sandbags because that wind from the south is... may also have to tie down my tent. There's Thomas. Might Mr. Banks supporting his skipper there. John Sheldon mentioning to David, this is where I need you. It all depends on his weight. Don't know if it should get down. He's trying, but he's got the Premier. Yeah, it is a fair effort. It is currently 2 to the Scorchers. Just wants to come under that front bowl. And he's not far away. He played a belter with his first one. And just gently. Well, it might only be 1 now. And he did try and draw it. We might not get much of an indication from these players. We'll see how we go. Got the tape out. Fairly close. Oh, there we go. They were holding 2. They played quite a positive bowl, but disturbed the head. When you're holding a shot, you really do not... Oh, it's Karen Murphy doing out there today. You really don't want to cross the head when you're holding shot. We've got an umpire call. Reminder, you're watching the Gymea Goannas versus the Taren Point Scorchers here at the Metro Southeast Bowls region. And it's great to have you here. Umpire call. Mate, I just thought I'd bloody give you a chance to have a bit of fun. Come and sit on that right-hand side, Terry. Yeah. And your headset is there. You fit it on how you like. It's not the most comfortable chairs, mate, but we sit here for 15, 20 minutes.
Well on, Steve. I think I might take the hearing aids off.
You do what you need to do.
Good ball, boys and girls. Oh, mate, this is brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant. That's why I've got to get down to your club, mate, for your bloody tournaments.
Just need to know we get an umpire. Do you want a traffic to do that for you?
No, mate, I'm all good. No, I had it going on the other thing, and it just wasn't happy. All right. Oh. Just, can you hear me in your ears, Terry?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear yourself? It's not
Yes,
too loud? It's not too loud?
No, I'm
Perfect.
good. I'm good.
All right, well, let's just change some of the camera angles. My apologies, viewers. I just had to attach myself to different things. And you know what is even better, Terry? Wait till you have a look at this. We bring up the big screen. You can see it all there.
Wow.
We've got a little bit of glare going on at the moment, but a very special morning. Finals of the Metro South East Bowls region. And we've got the Gymea Goannas involved in their grade 7. There might be other grades, I haven't checked. But we've got their president, Mr. Terry Bogus. How you doing?
It's Terry Bogus.
It's
Matt.
Bogus, is it?
It's
I go Bogus, but Bogus
If it
because
was-
it's in B-O-U.
Bogus.
Bogus. I've never said that correct, but now I have. And you know what? That's the first time you've ever corrected me. So I will do my best.
Not a problem, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
I know you
I'm
are. Look,
fantastic.
I know that you had some health complications earlier on, like you're lucky to be here.
Yes.
You had a cardiac arrest and you were brought back to life. You were dead for a while though, weren't you?
I was dead for about 6 minutes.
There you go.
I
So
was induced coma for about 2 weeks. So
how long ago was this, my friend?
August the year before.
Yeah, I remember it all sort of happening, and we've known each other quite some time because you run an extremely successful. Is it 4 or 5 tournaments now that you run at Gymea?
We run 4 a year at the beginning of every season.
I love it, and I know that one at the end of the year is more about the ham and the joy, but the food, the beer, the company, the quality of bowls, it's all awesome. So, well, how can people find out about it? Have you guys got a Facebook or a website, or how do they? Or you got an app? What do you need?
We have Facebook, but what I've done over the years is collected emails from participants. So what I do is we send that out to all our people that have played before.
Yes.
And they sort of get first preference, and we fill our tournaments in 3 days.
I know you do, and we will attend to the scoreboards in a moment because I've just got to take some things away so I can actually see the scoreboards. But yeah, and like I've been a part of your tournaments now for probably close to 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years.
No, I think it's 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, and I keep coming back because you do a freaking good job. But listen, talking
Thanks,
about
mate.
that, you do, and that's why when I saw you, I just thought I've got to get you on the stream, and I didn't see what happened after the result of that umpire measure, and we will get the scores happening in a moment. But let's talk about a couple of your players when we bring them up on screen. At the moment, we've got the third good, Stephen Banks, and he's using a blue and white Optima.
Yep.
But I know from playing against you, Terry, that you own a set of Richmond Tiger Bowls.
That's right.
And you're obviously an
Angelites.
AFL fan. XGs.
Yeah, but I'm a West Tigers man.
Oh, well, I just thought, Sydney. I didn't know if you're AFL or...
No, West Tigers man. I bought those bowls because it reminded me of the old Tigers colours.
Yeah, no, terrific. Well, look, I'm looking at this head at the moment. We have 2 sets of yellow bowls. One's a light yellow and one's a brighter yellow. And I'm assuming that could be the Scorchers.
Yeah, this is John's bowls coming in now.
So John actually has, and this is not a bad effort here, if it just holds up.
Yep.
But not surprising to see them, if they're falling short or they're playing a bit through because they're just trying to get the speed of the green because we had a lot of rain overnight.
Yes.
But no dew because the rain washed the dew away. So the players early on, obviously they're on the TV rink, which makes them quite nervous, and they're in a semi-final. Tell me about the Gymea Goannas season. They've obviously done well to get here.
The sevens did very, very well through the season. Our sixes did very well, and our fours did well. So our fours came first in their category.
Yep.
Sixes came second, and our sevens came second.
Wow. So who's left?
So the
who's
sevens.
left?
Just
Seven's
the
only
sevens.
one.
So,
Okay. Well, this is Thomas. Now, Thomas played a pretty good bowl, and we will have to speak to young Stephen because he gets a little bit excited. But for all these bowlers, the TV rink's new. So viewers, be patient. We're educating lots of people. I'm educating lots of people. But tell me about this skipper, David Taylor. He's using a Premier Blue, but what's his background?
David's been working. He's only just recently retired and taken bowls more seriously.
Well, he's doing pretty well because he's just drawn the shot. But tell me, you've got a lot of spectators here today from the Goannas?
It was a clanger.
It was a clanger. But, mate, where have you got all your team? Your spectators are here, mate. They've stepped up for them.
There'll be more coming, I believe.
Yeah, and we've given you the link, so hopefully the club's got it up.
Well, I've sent it out on Team App.
Which is great.
We use Team App, so I've sent it out in Team App. And as soon as our club opens, I'll make sure someone at our club puts it up.
No, brilliant. So we've got David trying to improve on the bowling bowl before, and no problem there. He hopefully doesn't do any damage. Oh, well, you know what? He played a very positive bowl.
Looks like he's picked up too.
What we do is we call that a Reuben Wiki. We give him one of these that he's actually hit a bowl because he's actually, well, I'm a bit kinder. He was in the area.
He was in the area.
He got a fortunate result, but what we've got to learn is that's this sport. There's a lot of good fortune.
Mate, you get a bowl in the head, anything can happen.
And I know that you are the master of that, Terry. I've played against you a number of times. I'm holding 4, I'm holding 5. You let it rip, you grip it, and holding 1.
That's the name of the game, my friend.
Of course it is. And you know what? We've I know that your membership's going very well. What are your bowling membership at the moment? Because I know you're the president of the club, but you've done exceptionally well.
Our men's bowling club is about 170.
Wow.
And our women's is about 80 or 90.
Wow.
So,
which is really good.
Yeah, we're still one of the clubs that haven't affiliated the men's and women's together.
Okay. And the funny thing is, they've got Gymea on the left of the scoreboard and Taren Point on the right, where my scoreboards are a bit different. So we've just got to make sure that we've got the right players and the right names, and I believe I've got my teams around the wrong way. So we'll just adjust that because I've just seen the scoreboards, and we can adjust that very quickly at the top of a button, and we'll go from there. So bear with me. And what I'll get you to do is you can talk about what you see on the screen, because I've tucked you in here. Even though we've got the home team isn't that, and away we go. But I'm just checking the score. So on this rink we have a...
No, on the scoreboards you've got Gymea on the left and
Yep. Now I've got that right. I've
Taren
actually just
Point on the right,
adjusted it myself. So I knew that was going to happen. I just needed to process that. So I'll just get the names correct. But the front end doing a pretty good job.
Yep. Yeah, Taren Point just knocked us out the bowl before. So.
All right, we'll just get these names all right.
Yeah.
But tell me,
Another knockout.
great for the club to be featuring in the final.
Yeah.
And these guys obviously be rather nervous and excited about everything that's going on.
Yeah, virtually everything to the left of us and across the back there is all Gymea.
Which is terrific. And no doubt if they get through, I mean, obviously the home side would prefer they not get through.
Oh.
Okay, so we're 2-1 on 2. We're 1-3 on 2. And we're 1-4 on 2. So you'll find that I will talk to myself a lot, purely to make sure that I'm adjusting cameras. So right now, everything is correct. We have the Scorchers, 8. The Goannas, 4 on 6. Early days. We know they're only 10% through the match.
This is Scorchers' home ground, so they'll be used to it.
Yep. And look, it's great to have so many different clubs represented in the region.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant.
And it's a great region.
And it's so friendly. Like,
you're right.
I was here last weekend. And
mate, with the other 1,000 of people that were here, it was terrific.
Mate, it was standing room only.
Yeah, no, and look, there's food here and all those sorts of things. Yep. All right, so we've got the scoreboards right, I believe, and we've got the names in the right positions. So if you look back on this coverage, think, what's that lunatic Matty Harris doing? Well, my middle name is Red Bull, so you know. I go at 100 miles an hour, but we're all good now, I believe. And this is Mr. Banks.
How did you get Red Bull?
That was from Boyd Dumbrell. He met me within 3 minutes and said, how many Red Bulls have you had? I don't, it's just me. We know that Sam Vella's on the jack at the moment. As you can see, I've got to get a different colour shade because the white makes it even brighter in here. I'm going to get a darker because when I've now broadcast here now probably 5 or 6 times at Taren Point, I realise that the sun obviously is rising in the east and setting in the west. Yep. But right now, when it's an overcast day, it does make it a little bit tricky to see the screen. So I'm always a work in progress. But the head's set up quite well. Your third, John Sheldon, has got 2 bowls in a good area just here.
Yep. And we've got Dave Stevens just in front there.
Yeah, on the right-hand side. Now, the new feature that will come in, hopefully after the Pennant season, will be able to be drawing on the screen. So when you see it, you can go, and go, and you can draw all over it. But
mate, you got a pen here.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't. Oh, good bowl.
Well, look, it was a good effort. And let's have a look at that on the replay because, you know what, he had to be very delicate. This is on the YouTube Live Sports replay. Terry, you'll see it. But look at him come through. This is one of your bowls.
No, it's one of
but this is what you do normally.
Yeah.
Plant it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Tuck it away.
He tucked it away, but it so easily could have gone to John Sheldon.
It could have.
Who's done very, very well. But that's the nature of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, you spoke about the camaraderie. I'm in heaven here. Yeah. All right, Dave Taylor. You mentioned he's only new to bowls, but geez, he's played some good ones.
No, he's not new. He's been around for a while, but
he's new to be semi-retired or retired.
Well, he was working right up to this year, so now he's retired.
He's in a pretty good area.
Yeah. Now he's retired. He spends a bit more time at bowls.
Well, there's a reason probably he's playing skip. We've got Mr. Thomas here. He's setting his bowl on the way. The head's set up pretty good for your skipper here, to be honest.
Yeah.
So Tom really needs a bowl behind because I know that David, he's not going to be shy in coming forward. Now, that's a good bad bowl. You know why? Because he's blocked that hand.
He could still come inside of that.
He will, and we're having a look at whose elbow's in the screen, and it might be...
It's a Taren Point guy, mate.
It is, and they're trying to show off where they come from, right? Now, viewers, I will chat. I haven't even Gymea in the We'll just guess what's happening at the moment, and very shortly.
Mate, see if I can wave them off.
No, don't trip over, mate. But it's all right. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to change the camera viewers so you can actually you can see what's going on. Just let me, and we'll get there in a moment. Great to see the point Scorchers. And it's and that is Jim Stafford, ladies and gentlemen. He's moved now. Look, he's moved now. So whatever you did was brilliant. But the first thing I say to him, if you're on the bank, there's a witch's hat there. It's there so you don't trip over the cameras, but it's also to give you a little gentle reminder. And I've had that many viewers say, "Oh, water gun, water balloon, ring a bell, something." I said, look, this is a semi-final. They've got so much going on. The last thing they need is for me to say, get out of the road. But we do it politely because, and look.
Mate, what about a water balloon slingshot?
Yeah, no, that'd be perfect. But you've got to say hello to my little friends because every time we bring out something, I've got my characters. And this is Bob the Builder.
Okay.
And we know that there was a measure on the first end where an umpire came. And unfortunately, Thomas was a little bit proactive and he crossed the head and promoted the bowl. And I don't know who got the shot, but they were holding two. And
we got it.
That's one.
One to go now.
There we go. So what we do first of all is we change the camera, Terry, and then we give the home score, which is you guys, because that's where you are on the scoreboard, the option, and then we save it, and then everything then comes to a line. And then I then have a little look to see if anyone has changed any other score, and it looks like Gymea have got one on that rink number 5, which is these guys. So we change the score, and so that means that Mark Agar's team has picked up a shot. We change that even before the Masterboard's changed. So we try and be as efficient as we can. All right, so tell us about Craig Roberts. We had Craig Roberts on the stream, and he's the lead at the moment. Tell us a bit about him.
Craig is a fairly new bowler. He came from Jack Attack. We hold,
yes.
We hold Jack
Bowls
Attack.
Australia's version of let's get people involved.
Yeah.
A bit like barefoot bowls.
Yeah, so we hit up the over 35 soccer teams in the local area.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. That's great.
And, mate, they figured bowls is a lot easier on the body than playing soccer.
Good start by the leads just quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right.
Yeah.
And it's an inclusive sport, right?
And I think he's been playing now for about 3-4 years.
Well, I don't know. When was the last time the club won a regional flag? Obviously in Open Gen. You might have won some men and women's pennants, but have you got a memory of when, is it last year, you guys won a regional flag?
No.
In a couple of years, maybe?
We haven't won one since 2019.
Wow, so this would be quite something special.
Yeah, 2019 we...
Leeds have done pretty well. One on and sort of one behind, but no, they're falling a bit short, but that's okay. But listen, talk to me about ZZ Top. Look at the beard on David Stevens. What's going on there?
That's ZZ Top.
Look, if I was allowed to play ZZ, I would, but YouTube Live Sports would go, hang on, copyright. But he's using, and he's also a Tigers fan.
He's a West Tigers man.
Oh, geez, you guys must have.
and
Look, I love him.
And Boyd's also a Tigers
I know,
man.
but I love him, but fucking it's hard to support him.
They do my head in.
Yeah, and as does Jim Stafford, and the big fella got in the road of the live stream, and I gave him one of these, and I'll talk about when we see that. Have a look at that. Get out of the way when he watches it back. But he didn't do that. But that's a good start, and he's got a yellow. But tell me about this fella. Is he a bit of a character? Because he looks like one.
Dave is a very...
Look at the shoes on him. He's matched his shoes.
Dave is a very quiet guy, believe it or not. And his brother, he's got a twin brother, Mark.
Right.
And he's only just joined the club as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
He played a little bit of social bowls, Mark.
Right.
But, now he's come in full time. But just going back to this team, our
Your
sevens, I think we've got about 3 or 4 rookies.
I love it.
in this.
The coverage last week over the 2 days, Bondi, like you guys are doing so well in this region.
Yeah.
I've come from Metro Northeast where we're not attracting a lot of new bowlers. A lot of clubs not doing that well. I know Bondi have got rid of their pokies and you guys have a revenue from that, but you also do lots of other things. But you're here for the community, and if you don't earn an income, you can't survive. But how good is it that you've got all these new bowlers now?
Yes.
Dave's getting excited. He's got onto the stream. He's going to say, I'm going to show you where I'm from. But what we do, and when that happens, we change the camera and we go, all right, let's see what we've done. But look at all the people.
Yeah.
You recognise some of those crazy people? Give them a shout out. A couple of people, can you see there, Terry?
Mate, yeah, they're all Gymea, all of them.
Any of your close mates? Any of the board members there?
You got Mick Cummings there.
G'day, Mick.
Mick is probably one of our oldest bowlers and most
Decorated
bowlers. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, no, hey, listen.
Thanks, buddy.
You're on the commentary, mate. You know, people have said to me I've got a good face for radio. However, it's cash for comment almost here, and we know that you love Gymea because you're the president. Tell me, how long have you been a part of? I know you stepped away for a bit because your health and everything else, but you're back. How long have you been involved?
I wasn't really gone that long.
No, I know you weren't.
Even when I was in hospital, I was getting questions.
Well, I know you were answering emails then, and you said, Mandy, I'm in hospital. I just had a cardiac arrest. And went, oh, my God. Well, here we go. We've got John Sheldon trying to make a difference. And currently, it looks like... Now, I'm trying to work out...
It just went a little bit wide with that one.
I believe Taren Point are holding one because that is your Leeds bowl. That's Craig Roberts' bowl. But the only problem is if that bowl comes out of the head, you haven't got many left. So it needs a friend. Let's see what Stephen Banks does. Stephen Banks will probably play on his forehand and just come down and... I'd love to see him.
Wide.
Yeah.
It's gone wide.
We're protected in here, but... But those flags are blowing a bit. There's about probably 20 to 25k an hour, the wind at the moment. So if you're watching the screen, the wind is actually going from right to left, and it's in their face. So they're almost going uphill at the moment, if you were to understand the southerly direction. We're in an easterly position where we're seated, and the wind is coming from the south. So where Sam Bella is, the wind's coming from that direction and going into the players' faces. But tell me, how did these guys, and I think there's some women, how did your team prepare for this week? Because obviously they got through last week. Did they do anything?
They had a bit of a practice session together at our club and then came down here.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, I saw them. There was something that I saw.
Had a bit of a practice session. So they're they're keen to go home with a flag.
Well, I can tell you. And look, the Bowls New South Wales conditions of play, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, but we'll just focus our attention on the bowl. That is Thomas. And so if you were the skipper, where are you going? What are you trying to do? You're just trying to get to those yellow bowls as David is?
I'd actually come in the other way.
As wide as would I do, but...
I'd come in the other way.
He needs a clear run, and he might sit that bowl, and he just misses.
Yes. Oh...
Good effort.
Yeah, it was
finished in a good home. So
good week.
If I was Thomas, I'd be. And he's sit that. No, he almost. He has to come under.
Yeah, that's not a Taren Point shot.
No.
Not to me.
Looks like that. And look, all good thirds supporting. Oh, and he's riding the bowl and the head's throwing back. I believe it could only be one, but you know what?
Yeah, it's only one.
No. It was a one. See, I actually thought at that point, I thought Taren Point were holding, but no. The angles are quite deceptive. And
I thought we had it.
Well, your eyesight's a lot better than mine. And what age are you turning this year, my friend?
Me?
What are you celebrating? I'm 56 in next month.
I'm 67 this year.
Jesus. You've got good eyes, my friend. All right, let's have a look around the grounds. It's a 2-4 on 3. 2-4 on 3. That hasn't changed. The middle rink is 1-5 on 3. Okay. Now, this is interesting, Terry. Throughout the coverage, there has been out of 3 sides, there's been one side that's been doing well for one team,
Yep.
another rink that's been doing well for the other team, and one rink in the middle-ish that has been the linchpin. Could be setting up this way again, because currently at the moment we have a 10-7. You're only down by 3, but have a look here. That's the difference. There's 4 there. There's 2 here. But the TV rink at the moment, the Goannas are leading, because we know that rink scores are irrelevant now. It's Masterboard. So have you managed to keep the same rinks and the combinations of players throughout the season? You haven't gone and changed like some teams. Some teams have made use of those conditions of play when they think their 6s and 7s are featuring. They've moved players down from higher grades, which is a bit disappointing, but it's in the conditions of play. So you do with what the rules allow you to at the moment.
We have a policy where if you've played in that team and the team has gotten through, we keep the team together.
Well, you've got to play a minimum of 2. I think it was maybe 3 games, depending on how many matches you did to qualify for the post-sectional. Well, in my region, anyway, I was not playing, we only had 6 games. So you guys probably had 10, didn't you?
Well, from what I made of the conditions of play, if you played in the 6s the year before, and the 6s made the finals, and say you were playing in the 5s this year, you were able to come down and play in the 6s in the finals.
You're allowed to drop, I think, 2 grades if you'd won a regional flag. Had you not won a regional flag and you're playing grade 1, you could have played 7s this year. They're trying to make it a little bit easy on the administrators.
Yeah.
However, what did happen in the back end of what I was broadcasting, I won't mention clubs, but one club dropped all their 2s to the grade 5s to try and get them through to the post-sectional. They then couldn't play post-sectional because they didn't play enough games.
Yeah.
But during the season, they were trying to get that team, and so all of a sudden you had 5s playing grade 2 going, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on? It's not the way I would have done things, but...
But what's the point?
I agree.
You get into the finals and you get beaten. Because your grade 2 players are gone. It doesn't make sense.
So I know, Terry, that when I saw you here and I wanted to talk to you about it, I really hope, and I know Bowls New South Wales are doing their best to get people in the game and in the sport, and I understand as administrators they try to ease it, but there was a little bit of a loophole, and look, it'll evolve. But here he goes. Here's your giant killer, John Sheldon. He's been pretty effective this morning.
Yeah.
Look at his shoes. He's got the colour coordinate. He's probably got the green undies on as well. All right, let's have a look.
A lot of our bowlers wear the green Drake's Pride
I think it's great. Well, that's a very good effort because they're 2 down at the moment on the rink. Now, Tom's getting very busy at the moment talking about where we need... And look, I haven't gone that technical with you at the moment about head building. Because I know that you skip a fair bit. And my motto is that the front end determine who win the game and the back end determined by how much.
Exactly.
So Thomas is trying to build the head, as is David. Look, it's early days. They're only up to 4th end, and we haven't seen anyone dominate too much. But Sam and Craig are having a good battle up front.
Yep.
And they lay the foundation for the rest of them. And look, you know, sometimes you might get heads where they're all close together and others, they might be a little bit further apart like this. But it doesn't determine how well they're playing. You've just got to get yours closest in the opposition. It doesn't matter how close it is.
Mate, you got to remember that these are grade 7 bowlers.
And how good is it they're on the TV rink? I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He was in the area, and guess what? We say hello to my little friend, Mr. Chalky. And you know what? I'm going to give you my little fun cartoon. Look at that. Cop that, eh? It's all about having fun on the coverage.
Very good.
Well, that's a good effort. So,
It was very good.
He's finished in a really good home in his first, and then he's played.
Yeah.
So at the moment, John Sheldon is my player of the match within 4 ends. Let's see how he holds it. Stephen Banks. Oh.
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to give the Reuben wiki. I actually want a thud sound because that was like a crash tackle.
That was a don't argue.
Yeah, but you're going to get the don't argues more so in grade 7.
Exactly.
Where at the top grade they play it maybe a little bit more purpose. When these guys send it, put it in the area. And look, it's heavier today. So for me, I would be suggesting to the players, be up and give it a chance.
Yeah.
Because the green's a bit heavier, so you're going to need to have that execution.
Yeah.
And with the narrower bowls. Tell me, how long have you been playing bowls?
9 years.
Okay, so I've been playing for 40. And
40?
when they brought... Yeah, I started when I was 15. However, I've had a couple of seasons off. However, the classic 2s and the supergroup bowls where you've seen them, the black bowls that you guys use, they draw a lot. Now, at the moment, a lot of the bowls they're using, Dynamics, Optimas, Redlines, Premiers, there's a narrower draw line.
Yes.
So when it's heavier, it's actually harder to get around bowls. So I'm a bit surprised that not all these players obviously have only one set of bowls, but I'm not surprised with a heavier dew to see someone maybe using a wider drawing bowl like an Optima or something even sometimes like a Tiger 2. But most of these bowlers would have one set of bowls.
Yeah.
You don't want to confuse what's doing.
No.
So you play them, but your greens have been running pretty slick lately, haven't they? Your greens at Gymea.
Mate, we've just had green 2 come back in.
Have you?
And we let it rest really well.
Yeah, because you've got Tiff and Cooch,
Yeah.
the different types of grasses.
Yeah. No, they're running well. We've got our tournament on the 15th of June.
And that's another triples, graded triples, isn't it? Is that 11 points?
Yeah, 12 points.
12 points.
12-point graded. And we give our Premier League players 1 point.
I know you do. You should give them 0 just quietly, but that's
mate,
my opinion. But you'd rather have them there, right?
I don't like calling anyone a 0.
No. Well, listen, Taren Point have just done pretty well to pick up a multiple, which was only, I believe it was only 2, but we will find out when they come through. I will just make sure I change that camera to make sure that we've got the optimum call of this camera, because if I don't change the camera properly, they might throw a longer length and then we don't get the tee involved. But I think Sam and Craig are throwing similar lengths because I haven't had to change too much. And that's the beautiful nature of when I broadcast. I know roughly when they've got the mats in similar positions because I don't have to change things too much. So what I might do is I might try and bring in a viewpoint of where they are standing on the mat, and look at that. The mat's in the same spot, So I actually might even speak to Sam and say, hey, listen, the greenkeepers might want you to move the mat at least an inch so you don't wear out the grass.
Yeah. Mate, I keep trying to tell our social bowlers, move your mat.
Well, they never do.
No.
And when they throw the jack, they just chuck it. It ends up in the ditch. And they go, hang on, just put it on the tee. No, that doesn't teach anyone anything. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick look at the score. Alrighty, on that rink between Mullen and Agar, 4 all on 4. But look at the leads. They're doing a good job again.
Craig's doing a great job up front there.
And he has to.
Don't want to put the mocker on him, but...
Well, look, we call that commentator's curse. All right.
Okay.
And you probably have done. Okay, let's see where he puts this one, mate.
Yeah.
He's done a pretty good job with the first one.
Yep.
1 on and 1 behind. You know what? That was brilliant.
There's your one behind.
No, because that's in a good spot.
Yep.
Because we know most of the time jacks go back. Middle rink between Craddock and Crawley, 5 all on 4. So all of a sudden, the dynamic of what we've been seeing is starting to take shape. And that's why I love the 12-team player.
Yeah.
Tell us about your season this year, Terry. Where did you play?
It's actually a 13-team player, mate.
Well, you're the coach and manager, aren't you?
Yes.
And I know you have to get out there in a moment. And we'll get you to stay with us for one more end if that's okay. And then you can go and do your thing, because I do have to give Taren Point the right of reply to have someone sitting next to me from them. But let's have a look what's going on here. And I'll just double check. 4 all on 4. And I believe if I just quickly check the other score, 4-3 on 5. 3 on 5, yes. And the Masterboard. Oh, we are all correct, Mr.
13, 12.
Mr. Bogus. Did I get that right? Bogus?
Bogus.
Bogus? Bogus. Bogus.
Bogus.
Blame it on the Bogus. Blame it on the sunshine.
And how you been going? You do a lot for charity, and
Yeah,
you do
I
a
do.
lot
I
of...
do. Look, for me, not being blessed with children, I was a fatherly figure for 30 years as a teacher, and I've really had a great connection to my local community on the Northern Beaches, and I love that, right? I'm one of 9 children, and all I wanted to be was a dad, and that wasn't fortunate. My wife had really bad endometriosis, and Briggsy, she's put up a lot with me, and
I can imagine.
And we've been together since '97, so we're coming up for 30 years next year being together, and my wife's in a similar vocation with just supporting the community. And look, when I had this opportunity 12 months ago to come on YouTube Live Sports, I don't drive a Ferrari. You know what? I've got a banged-up Mazda over there at the moment that's probably 25-year-old. It goes, and it's a lovely bowl from Banksy. But it's the community and what bowling clubs do for this region, but also a lot of country regions. They're the heart of the town.
Yes.
Well, the heart of the air. And you know what? I love being a part of it. Like, I'm very heavily involved at Warriewood Surf Club when I'm not doing this. And yes, I work a lot in the mental health space. I've had some, challenges myself with anxiety and depression, and it's genetic in my family, where I had an admission into a hospital about 3 years ago where I wasn't going so great, but I just needed to stop. And a bit like yourself, Terry, you don't learn to say the word no.
No.
I've learnt to practice self-care. Yeah. And as much as sometimes I don't want to say no, I go, you know what? I actually can't. What do you mean you can't help us out? Well, I actually got too much on. Yeah. And look, I was here, it's a bit after 6 this morning, because I needed to just give myself some time to settle once we got all this done, and it all works. But look, in the end, we only get one crack at this life, and in the end, you know, when I go to either hell or heaven, people will talk. I
don't know where you're going. You're going to heaven.
But they'll talk about your essence of the person.
Yeah.
Not what you've achieved, but perhaps how you made a difference to the lives of other people. And for me, I love the connection. I didn't know my grandfathers, so for me, when I started playing bowls, I all of a sudden had 25 grandfathers. Only because they were, anyone who were grey-haired, I thought they were older than me. Yeah. But look, I have had very good upbringing, but both my mum and dad are still alive, Doug and Mari, and they're 81 now. But they just taught me to be a person of service. But, you know, sometimes you've got to be selfless, but you've got to put self first at times.
So,
and I know you.
And your family.
Well, of course. And, it's not just blood family. I mean, now that I've joined this region, I'm a part of this family. And being able to have the grade 7s on the stream, and we better just quickly check in. And what I do is we just check in. Look at this community. Good morning, Mr. Fogwell. We're just saying hello. Thank you, Marcos. I'm not sure with Hillsdale. I'll let you know. And I'm not too sure which match we're going to show you. Marcos is extremely keen on Hillsdale. Yeah. With Hillsdale, they've got 3 sides in at the moment. So I'm not too sure what will happen this afternoon. Look, the thought is it might be grade 3 or it could be grade 5, but I don't know. But I'll post that when I know.
Well, Hillsdale actually knocked Gymea out last week.
Yeah, they did.
In the 4s and the 6s.
Yep. But that's another community. The YouTube Live Sports community now is becoming worldwide. Yeah. We've got people watching from Bulgaria, South Africa. The Scottish will be here very shortly.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, no, it is magic.
Isn't it beautiful?
But you love this sport. I'm a convert. You're a convert.
Oh, mate.
But how good is it?
I played footy and surfed all my life. And, mate, this is unbelievable. Yeah. It's a great sport.
There's a lot of people.
And which open do you go to where anyone can play?
Yeah, I know. Against anyone.
Against anyone.
Yeah.
You could be playing against an Australia player.
Yeah, you can. And I'll tell you a story about that in a moment. And look, we won't say goodbye just yet. Let's just adjust everything that we need to adjust first. we'll change the score. Let's change the camera. But on a story on that, the Australian Open is obviously happening the start of next month. But there was a player who was the president of Terry Bogus, I forget his name, but he was a grade 5 player, and he played against Corey Wedlock in the sectional.
Yes.
He knocked Corey out.
Yes. Yeah,
Corey is one of the best bowlers,
mate, unbelievable
in the world, and he got beaten by a grade 5er.
Yeah.
On the day.
Yeah, on the day.
You know what? And it's...
It happens, mate.
It's fabulous. And the other thing is, we have a lot of people struggling with loneliness and connection.
Oh, geez,
and if they can't actually get to a club, this is the other thing and the reason why I wanted to start this. I'm going up to the Sunshine Coast next month, and I'm actually broadcasting the Queensland and the Australian Deaf Bowls Championships.
Well.
I did the national championships earlier on, actually late last year at Charlestown. Now, they don't have a big budget. And Stephen Fox, who does some co-commentary with me, said, Matty, I haven't got much money for you, but would you still come? And I said, look, the only reason I asked for a little bit of remuneration is because the wife says, well, you're giving up 10 days of your time. How about me? Or how about the job you're leaving? Because I do other things when I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And they've basically passed...
There is a life.
Well, there is, but they've passed the hat around, literally,
Yeah.
and the players are paying for the coverage. So I've reached out to a couple of organisations, and some of them have come to the party just to try and help with the live stream. But Timmy Wrightson was here last time. He's up there, well, by chance, and he's going to join me in the coverage. And we sometimes try and fund to have a person signing on the screen for the deaf community. Because the thing is, viewers, if you don't know on YouTube Live Sports, you can put the captions on.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, every time I say the word deaf, it comes up the word death. And I know that you're a bit hard of hearing. Like, where are you with your hearing? Because I know you got hearing aids.
Mate, I took the hearing aids out and put these on, and I'm happy as Larry.
Which is
I
cool.
was a little bit worried.
I knew you were, because you looked at me and said, oh,
Yeah.
Matt, you know I'm deaf. Ish.
I was a little bit, but these work great.
Yeah, they do work great.
I might walk away with them.
No, you won't, because we pay top dollar. But listen, get around. We've got so many matches that are happening at the moment. Just
Have a look up on the bank how many Goannas there is now.
All I need to do is show them the actual version of where they all are, and we'll show you the visual of. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah. That's not including what's on the side.
No, and it's great. So, look, we've got a great atmosphere here.
We have.
And, look, I'm going to let you get going to supporting your side.
Yep.
13 all on 14 from what I've seen. Terry,
Thanks,
absolute
Matty.
champion.
Yep.
And I really hope that these guys get through, even though I'm a member of Taren Point. I know Taren Point have another grade involved. So,
You're a member here.
I joined here 6 weeks ago. I know.
Wow.
News to you. I've come from the Northern Beaches, and I'm still living over there.
Right.
But I've joined here to be a part of the high performance at Taren Point, but also through my videoing, I'm able to help with the coaching and those sorts of things. But I love coming over here. I love supporting your tournament. But next time I'm at your tournament, I'll be in the Scorchers outfit, which will be good.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, listen, Terry.
One more question.
Yes.
Do you have a high performance team out in the Northern Beaches yet?
It's run by volunteers. So the answer to that is no. However, we have a platinum side in there from Belrose.
Yes.
And look, they struggle with the regional committee, which is an interim committee. They can't even get someone to stand on a junior role.
Right.
So it's difficult. But look, they're doing their best. And after 2 years, that won't become an interim committee. It'll become a working committee. And look, some regions, and I know Metro Northeast cry poor from all the Metro region, because you've got Southwest, Southeast, Northwest, who do rather well. You got your Cabras, you got your St John's, you got that. But I tell you who punches above their weight, the Gymea Goannas. And I love it. Terry,
Thanks, buddy.
love your work.
Yeah.
We'll see him again, and we'll mute Terry as he gets going. And well done, Terry. And listen, you're right to take that off.
Yeah.
Hold on. And we'll get you jumping. Just be mindful where you walk out, you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, no.
Good on you, mate, because you don't want any more new knees.
A surf master, mate.
I know you do. You got pretty good balance. All right, as Terry gets out of the way, we will get back to focusing our attention on what's happening. But that was really lovely. Thank you, Terry. Really appreciate it. And we can't really see what's going on too much. But look, we have got people everywhere, and it's great to be. That'd be great. Just a cappuccino. No sugar. I'm sweet enough. Thank you, Terry. Good on you, mate. All right, that middle rink, we've got Dave Craddock taking on John Crawley, is 6 all on 7. Now, viewers, as you know, when I do get guest commentators in, it can throw me with organising cameras and everything else that needs to be done. And we bump scoreboards and all of a sudden masterboards become all over the place. We've got 5-4 on the furthest rink on 5. And they're back. Okay, so it looks like definitely 2, maybe 3, but it won't be after this. And well done, John Sheldon. That is a really lovely bowl. There's still 2 down, but he's taken the measure out of that. And I'll just make sure that we've got the right scores. 4 all on 6. We have got an extremely close match. I will, at times, let you know what's happening on the other scores. And, yep, good on you, Barb Green. Grade 3. Sylvania Moorfield will be that this afternoon. Look, that might be the game I'm broadcasting, but I don't know. I will let you know once I know what we're going to do this afternoon. I'd imagine it'd be around about 12:45, 1 o'clock with that stream. So we'll see how we go. But good morning, all of you. Thanks for joining us. I will get back to some comments in a little bit, but right now I need 4 monitors actually, and we might change the camera just as our skippers get a little bit excited about how things are going. And we'll try and bring to you the state of play on the head. And that's what it looks like at the moment. Delivery on its way. This is John Sheldon using a yellow Optima. Dave Taylor trying to move his legs to try and move it around, to try and get around everything. Oh, I love it. These players get animated and they get busy. All right. Skipper's turn. Alrighty. Let's all right. Well done, Tom. That's 3 shots. All right, big bowl here from Dave Taylor. He's in a pretty good area. Just got to get down. We're not going to see it. What a bowl. Well done. Definitely cut 2 out. I believe it's only 1. They're going to put a measure on. Let's have a look at that on the YouTube Live Sports replay. Makes connection, good weight, sits 2 bowls out and flops in and stays. Well done. Very good effort. Time for the measure. Wow, he almost got the shot. Whew. This is close. We could have another umpire. Wow, from 3 down to... We do. With umpire time. Wow. What a bowl. Great work. All right. I'm going to try, viewers, to bring up the Good morning, Foggy. How are you, brother? Good on you, C. Gray. Nice to have you join us with the coverage. And the Gymea Goannas is... Look, if you're in the area, come down. It's just incredible. The scenes that are here, it's really awesome. Lots of people come and get some food. I just need the link from Razor so I can actually see what else is happening on the other greens. That's why they do that measure. I'm trying to have a look at this spreadsheet. I'm hoping it's the same one. Okay, I've got access to the spreadsheet. And we're going round the grounds as Terry brings me a fabulous coffee. You're a champion. Thank you, sir. Around the grounds in grade 5. Clovelly, 19. Caringbah, 13. That's after 16 ends. Taren Point Black, 8. Bondi, 15. After 15 ends. That's in grade 5. In grade 7, Caringbah, 17. Grandview's Green, 10. That's after 14. And in the Pennant Cup final, the grand final, Leichhardt, 6. Balmain, 1. After 5. So there you go. And I believe that was 1 to the Scorchers. So what are you going to do, Foggy? You going to come on down? Or are you going to stay in the comfort of your own living room? All right, I'm just trying to see the score. I know that Gymea picked up a multiple, and it could be 7-4. Just can't see that score. 7-4 on 7, I think. Someone's put a jacket down. been a change in score between Colin Mullen and Mark Agar with the Gymea crew, and also Gymea picking up a couple of shots on the middle rink, 8-6 on 7. So don't think they've changed the ends on that board though, but that's okay. And on this rink, I'll just let you watch the vision at the moment as we try and manage the score. It's 4-5 to Taren Point after 7. And we're correct. So we are looking at a 19-15 on 21. Let's get rid of Mr. Dicky Bird. Not unusual for me to have that still up. And lots of people out and about. Good morning, all of you. Thanks for joining us. Alrighty. Okay, back to the action. Lovely bowl there from Mr. Dave Stevens. And you can see the bowlers on the mat. This is what Stephen Banks III using an Optima. We are having to make sure we change our angles because the skippers are getting a little bit excited about where they're placing themselves, which is fine. And I will bring you the scores from everything that's happening here. So very welcome to all of you. Well, you got a very fortunate rub. You got a Reuben. And Gymea are still holding shot. And this is John Sheldon on the mat. That breeze is coming through. And we may have to, the gusts are currently, we may have to tie off our tent. I'll do that at the change of ends. Thank you, Tom. Jumping out of the way. Great atmosphere here. Great to have grade 7 on the TV rink. And adjacent to them we have Grandviews taking on Caringbah. And we also have Leichhardt versus Balmain in the Pennant final. Well done. Thomas very pleased with Banksy's effort. John Sheldon. We're on the left-hand side there. Plenty of people here. Getting ready to deliver his bowl on his backhand. Just trying to get to that Stephen Banks bowl, and he's not far away. Needs connection. He's going to set it and... Oh, he's pushed it through. Oh, could be 2. Let's have a look at that on the YouTube Live Sports replay. And we've lost the banner. Thank you. Look at this shot. Well done. Punches it through and stays for 2. Good bowl. All right. I will need to just tie some things down, guys. I'll be back.
Taren Point, by the way. Windy. No, who told you that? I do. Mate, I'll let me do it because if you give me a bit of this stuff, mate. No, I'm the same. No, but they don't want to do this, legs out. Come on, Tom. Davey. Thank you for identifying your background. Someone helped me the other day and I fucking broke a leg and I was like, oh my god. Sorry, I was helping. It's like, well, yeah, did I ask you to help? Well, if you want to, what we can do, so it's straight through that. That's where the wheels come from, right? Yeah, do that. Mate, if you pull him off the ground, mate, we won't be standing here either. You're like a wicked witch in the west. No, I've just got to make sure people hang themselves on these. Yeah. And look, I don't need to secure the front because it's coming from here. Yeah, that's right. That was. Yeah, that's why we put the things down that side and moved it across the back of the girls there. What's your name? Ross. I'm Matt. I've been here now 6 weeks. So joined. Yeah, no, I'm on the board. Brilliant. No, look, it's great. I was at Metro North East. Yeah. At DI, Monabar before that, William Park before that. This was a no-brainer. Yeah. I mean, I've still got to get here now. Yeah. But, these make. Good on you, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for the help. Thank you. I wasn't worried. It was more a case of what happened if they ripped up. How expensive are they? Hello, Paul. You had to make yourself some extra stuff up during the week. We've got the two marquees bud together. I've got a little gutter I've got with eyelets in I can put down the middle. So the water can go out both ends. Yeah, we had a wind like this for a couple of weeks. Well, there was nothing here first thing this morning. There wasn't a briefing in the first thing this morning. When I came on, it was dark then. But no, it's definitely picked up. Yeah. Well, we did that yesterday afternoon too. Because when we come down to set the marquees up, there was no wind around by bloody 4:35. It was blowing it going freezing cold. Good if you're a sailor. Yes, I am. make an adjustment, you always want to make sure that you put it away.
Oh, yeah.
Because before you know it,
It'll be gone.
what did I do with that?
All right. Sorry about that, viewers. I almost blew away. We're back. That wind has definitely picked up. Constant wind. Okay, we can now see everything. That middle rink is 8-7 on 8. Very close. That is between Dave Craddock and John Crawley. It's a 5-all on 8 on this rink. So doing it almost in singles, not many multiples at all. And I've got a 7-5. And it should be on 8 on that furthest rink between Colin Mullen and Mark Agar. We should be all square. 8-8. Lots of people up and about, cheering. Brilliant. This is just a semi-final. This is Stephen Banks. Very gusty. Couple of the signs moving. We might have to get a weight. Yeah. Have it, yeah. Alrighty. Currently looks like Gymea holding 1 or 2 here. I'll try and change the angle a little bit to help us. It looks like at the moment, definitely 2 at the moment to the Goannas. Lots of people here. So many spectators. It's amazing. Come on down if you can. If not, watch us on YouTube Live Sports, as you have. All right. Stephen Banks playing on the backhand. Playing with positive weight to try and sit these 2 bowls. Not going to see it. See how he goes. Just. Almost. John Sheldon putting some bowls in some good homes. We will give you an update on what is happening on our rinks around us. All right. We have some updates. We'll give you the updates once this end finishes. Try and get Jim out of the road. Turn my head from the screen for one moment and I believe Dave Taylor may have promoted a bowl. Definitely now the Scorchers holding 1. And that is John Sheldon asking Dave to arrive on that bowl. Little high. Weight's pretty good though. Alrighty. So Thomas just try and draw another shot with his red line. He's got the Ackle ones. Just needs to get to that bowl of John Sheldon's on the right-hand side in the yellow. And as I said, we can't... Banksy gets a little bit excited. Hard to see it. And that's a fair effort, and it is one shot to Taren Point. My apologies, viewers, when our view gets obscured. You can imagine the stress that these guys are under a bit. So we try not to get too cranky when we can't see things. It's not ideal, but we're all learning how to be rock stars on the live stream. And we've got so many people down here, and if you can't be here, the next best option is to obviously watch. And if you're watching from all around the place, great to have you here. And we'll just give you, if you've just joined us, a little bit of a view of who's who. This is Sam Vella. He's using a blue dynamic. And they are bowling into this wind. So this is Craig Roberts. He's using a blue Optima. These guys have been playing pretty well, actually, Sam and Craig. And as you can see, the wind is going from the screen towards the players. So they're bowling a bit uphill. That's a good start. And a fair effort there from Craig. I think Craig's just got the chocolates over Sam on the last two ends. And we know, as I've mentioned before, it's up to the leads and the seconds to lay the foundation to determine who wins this game. And the skipper's then determined by how much. Generally the way it works, but that's just a generalisation. Craig Roberts looking at trying to just get past his last. Yeah, fair effort. Yeah, good grouping, and to draw the applause of the faithful here from Gymea. This is Jim Stafford. He's got the Optimas, and they are yellow bowl. He's sent it on the way, fairly straight. Just missed his line. He'll look for a correction on that. He's probably looking to try and set those balls, to be honest, from that shot. But I'm not sure. This is Mr. ZZ Top David Stevens. Loving that beard. He's got the West Tigers bowls, which is an Optima. Lots of colour coordinations and options. Not that I have any allegiance to any bowl manufacturer. I use a Premier 16. And a big shout out to Pete McDermott, who's from the Pittwater Pelicans, who's didn't receive such great news regarding a cancer diagnosis a while ago, and he's quite unwell. So, Macca, we're thinking of you. I'm not sure if you're watching, but my first ever stream, it was quite funny. Macca gave me a list of criticisms. They weren't suggestions, but he said, Matty, here's 3 pages of criticisms on your coverage. You did some good things, but this is what you need to improve on. So, Macca, I've taken on board some of your criticisms. They might have been suggestions, but I know what you meant. We wish you well, mate. To the Metro Northeast region, he's the bowls coordinator there. Voluntary, of course. I don't think anyone is paid in that Northeast region where I've come from. And I may have mentioned that a few times before, so my apologies. We do have a new a crowd watching as well, so we do have to make a repetition. G'day, Timmy. I was going to try and talk to you during the week. Tim was actually with us with the coverage last Saturday afternoon and Sunday. He helped me out like big time, and we were trying to get him to dial in to do some guest commentary, but I didn't get to have that conversation with Boyd. Timmy, so howdy. Hope your trip up to Wynnum was good. But we did have Terry Bogus with us. He was the president of Gymea just with us, and we probably will get one of our board members from Taren Point to come on the stream to have a chat. all depends on who we stream this afternoon. All right. He's done well. He's got the big connection. And he's made connection. Well, we'll have to get a crashed tackle, I think, because he's definitely tackled it. And we've so far almost currently at 100 viewers, so yep. Thanks, Timmy. I'll chat to you maybe later on this evening or later on tomorrow afternoon. Currently 5-6 on 9 here. A very close game. The winner will progress through to the grand final. And letting you know that I'm trying to find the Masterboard for the other grade 7 game. But as these players do change... All right, we've got an around the ground score update. Grade 5, Clovelly, 28-26. Caringbah, 26 on 27, so a belter of a match there. In the other grade 5 match, Taren Point Black down 34-16 against Bondi on 25. So Bondi look like they might be booking an early berth into a grand final. And in grade 7 action, you've got our match here on the live stream. But Caringbah 37, doing it well against Grandview's Green 18 on 27. And in the Pennant Cup grand final, Leichhardt 6, Balmain 7 after 9. And I'm not too sure of the exact makeup of the Pennant Cup, and we'll talk to you about that a little bit later on. Yeah, all right, Mr. Gary Jackson. We'll see how we go. We did have Terry on, Timmy, and he was very helpful with telling us a bit about the players. This is Tom Geiskamp. To be honest, I'm quite happy just to sit by my Pat Malone for a moment, just to regather my thoughts and make sure my cameras are all doing what they need to do. Well, I think this could be danger time here for Dave Taylor. Really needs to find a way through. And he's gone a bit wayward. Push. So he got tackled. Looks definitely one. And then it will be a measure for the second. So no major damage done. But plays a little bit wayward that end. And as all good thirds do, he has decided to put his rag down, or his bowls cloth, with the bowl that he's already taken out, because as I've mentioned before, we do get some instances where bowls have been taken out that claim the shot, and then they measure that and they end up with 2 and they've only really gotten 1. A bit of a loose measure here. Yeah. And it is a 1 shot to Taren Point. So we'll change that. And the Goannas had the early ascendancy, and they were up 5, maybe 3. And Scorchers have picked up 3 or 4 in a row to be 7-5 on 10. On the middle rink, which is Dave Craddock versus John Crawley. John Crawley from Gymea and Dave Craddock from Taren Point. It's a 6-10 on 8. So they've adjusted their score after having it around the wrong way. And it's a 7-6 on 9 between Colin Mullen from Taren Point and Mark Agar from Grandview, from Gymea. Grandviews are on the next rink across. Too many variables, but we're working with them. We should all be the Scorchers, just getting away from Gymea. A little bit of a break, because we do know in grade 5 that Taren Point behind. And thanks for joining us. You are watching the Gymea Goannas versus the Taren Point Scorchers in grade 7 semi-final. And of course, you found us here on YouTube Live Sports, so thanks for joining us. Good start by the leads. Good battle between Sam and Craig. I spoke about that before. They're doing rather well. That's what we're facing at the moment. Definitely 1 to Taren Point. And just as I change my camera angles, Tom decides to join us on the live stream. Good on you, Tom. Luckily, for our sake, that Dave Stevens played his forehand. You know, Jimmy's pointing out towards our commentary area, and then he steps out, probably aiming towards the peg, and they do have the wind behind them on their right-hand side to left. So if you look at the plays here, the wind is coming from the south, so on the right-hand side here, this is Dave Stevens, so the wind is coming across the green more at a diagonal rather than directly across. It's the state of play at the head. With Taren Point holding 1. And Dave's turned his back on that. Doesn't like that one. And he's... All right. Let's have a look how this head is playing up. Okay. He's getting him to come on his backhand. Just try and get to those bowls and maybe cover and count, because the 2 bowls, actually, that is a Taren Point bowl on the left, which is Jim Stafford, and very shortly John Sheldon will send his yellow bowl down for the Gymea Goannas. Supposed to have a forecast top of 21, but it's not that at the moment. And well done. He was in the area. Got the land. They're holding 2. Lots of spectators here. You know, barbecue's going great as well. That waft of onion, sensational. Come on down. And well done to all the umpires here today from the region. There's plenty of them. I might get on the TV rink, you never know. Couple of rock stars in the making. I'll tell you who's bowling well is John Sheldon for the Gymea Goannas. He's not far off here again. He's just going to miss his line, but he's got a second one. And you know what was wrong with that? It was his weight. He'd been pretty good. So he was due perhaps not to play an effective bowl. We've had a score update, a 9-6 to Gymea on that furthest rink on 10. So they've picked up a double. That brings that master scoreboard back in a little bit. That is Mark Agar up 9-6 over Colin Mullen on rink 5. And I will have to work out how I'm going to change rink 2 and rink 3 to different numbers. But that's just where they are as far as the players. They're not actually on those rinks. It's just a 1, 2 and 3. Alrighty. Big bowl here coming up for John Sheldon. He's taking his time. He's gone on to the inside of the mat here to try and change the angle of his delivery. He's coming on the other hand this time with a positive weighted bowl. He's got to get down. He's not far away. Lands that bowl, sits there for shot, and he's rolled out. Oh, what a great effort. He saved one. He rolled the other way. He would have been shot. Let's have a look at this on the YouTube Live Sports replay. Just got the bowl on the wrong side. Look at it come down. Gets it fat. Sits. Should roll left. And he rolls against the bias. Oh, bit unlucky. Good effort. Great match going on. Middle rink. It's 7-10 on 9. So these guys have finally got that going. So Gymea clawing back again. It's only 2 in it on the big board. All right. The pressure will start to really be on these. There's so many spectators here. These grade 7s wouldn't be used to such a crowd. They're on the TV rink. A lot of them went, oh dear, what are you doing here, Matt? And I said, well, I'm streaming your rink, so it's great. What happened? No change. I'd be more inclined to play the other way and play under that front bowl and sit that bowl, but this is grade 7. And we're already at 107 people online. Good on you. Over 600 views. Let's get that up. Fair effort. Well done. Still 1 to the Scorchers. Where does Thomas go? Thomas is in a reasonably good area. We're not going to have a good chance to see it unless we change it up. He comes in, gets the plant. Wow! He gets the right Ruben Wiki. There's been plenty of them in this game so far. And he sits there. And they are definitely 2 down. So this is going to make sure that Dave Taylor is going to reach with some purpose. He's using the Greenmaster Premier. This is a fairly good effort. He's coming down and he's just going to swoop and miss. Oh, Mr. Magpie comes out. What a great effort. And it is a 2 count to the Scorchers. Wow. This rink is really starting to be the difference on the Masterboard. Good effort, guys. Lots of people cheering. Once again, Sammy Vella wearing out the grass there. He hasn't changed the mat, literally where he puts it. I'd suggest to him to maybe do a subtle change. But he's happy. He's the one out there, not me. And this is a good start. Very good. And the reason he's keeping the distance very similar is to keep the consistency there. And we'll be able to show you where everything is. And you can look at the difference there. Craig Roberts. Oh, the crowd's asked for Sammy to do another one. And I can tell you, viewers, he's had a good set. Crowd very appreciative of Sam's 1-2 there. Really important for Craig Roberts from the Goannas to respond. Big bowl there from Skipper on the middle rink by John Crawley. And they get up. Better bowl here, Craig Roberts. Yep, better home. He might be 2 down, but his skipper would be quite happy about that. That breeze from the south is fresh. Now we'll be putting on my jacket just quietly. Sorry about that noise. Just have to put my jacket on. Starting to feel a little bit brisk. It's a state of play at the moment. The lead, Sam Vella, got 2 there. This is Dave Stevens, not far away here. Crowd saying, come on, Dave. Very nice bowl. Taren Point still holding. Very close. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. And wherever you're watching from, let us know. Good morning to you all. I will let you know what game we're going to be streaming later on today, but I won't know until it's all, you know, all over. And just to let you know, Clovelly trying to come back. They are down 30-37 on 34 against Caringbah in grade 5. Bondi still with a 19-shot lead, 41-22 over Taren Point Black, the home team after 35. So they only got half the game to go. And Caringbah looking like they may have booked almost a spot in the final for the Sevens. They're up 37-18 over Grandview's Green after 27. And in the Pennant Cup, we have Leichhardt 6, Balmain 7 after 9. And the Pennant Cup is the competition for those who aren't playing pennants in the open gender. All right, our skippers are starting to encroach on where we can see, and clearly we can't see. This is just for you, but gentlemen, if you have a look and practice when you're here again to make sure that you're able to moderate where you stand. But I get it, it's a final, semi-final, and we want to make sure that we're not disturbing your experience too much, but it does impact our viewers at home, and we know that. That's all right. This is what it looks like. Sending it on its way. Currently holding 1 shot at the moment, and just got a big Ruben Wiki. And I still believe that the Scorchers are holding 1. Fair effort from John. He has 1 more bowl to play. This is Stephen Banks. Yeah, a little bit cool here now. It's supposed to be 21 degrees, but I reckon it's probably in the mid-teens at the moment with that southerly breeze. We're not going to see where this is going to go. And we might get Ray Pearce just to have a chat to our skipper. Obviously, he's decided to position himself right in the road. And I might get out there as best I can. He's having a laugh about where he's standing. All good. All right, we've had a change of the score in that middle rink between Dave Craddock and John Crawley. 8-10. I don't get it. They're really playing around with those ends and getting that incorrect, but we'll go with it at the moment. 8-10 on 11. And I can't see the other score at the moment, so I'll update that as best we can. So no change as the skippers change over from that viewpoint. Oh, look, I believe the Scorchers are holding 1 with the Goannas holding the next 3. So if Dave Taylor would be aware of that, and if he can get that bowl out, I'm just trying to work out how he's going to do that. He can play a little upshot across the head. And the good thing is Dave Stevens has helped him set up a really good head, because that West Tiger bowl at the back, even if he's narrow, let's see what happens anyway. First bowl here by the skipper, Thomas. And team's trying to get up. That's Steve Gary encouraging the Scorchers. Steve Banks encouraging Tom to get up. All right, big bowl here from Dave Taylor. Really needs to come across, and he is playing for that bowl. If he gets under with this Premier, oh, I don't know if he's given it enough weight. Oh, his line was perfect. What a shame. Oh, the execution. He's now really blocked that hand. He's going to have to almost go quick, but I don't think he's got that shot in him because I haven't seen him play it. Tom's made the correction. That bowl needs a friend. Fairly close. If that bowl comes out, the Scorchers will be down 3. Can he execute? No, he's looking to try and draw one in. But it's okay, it is grade 7. We're not watching Platinum. Oh, missed opportunity. And be careful where you... There you go. Missed opportunity. But that's okay. We've got a lot of bowlers who are fairly new to the sport. And they're doing really well. Okay. All right, can't see the other scoreboard. But we may have to move my table in a moment because the rain is trying to come. 10-6 on 11. On that rink 6 between Craddock and Crawley, and we are at 26-23 on 34. Got the rain coming in from the south, so I'm just having to move things around. Okay. I'm going to try and keep that vision of the head because it'll just give you a better idea of depth perception. We might have to get a message out to Tom. I might get out there in a moment to tell him to get off the centre line. I may actually do that right now. I'll be back. He said, have you got a piece of chalk? Oh, look, it's all in good fun, viewers. It's the reason I'm doing this. It's not to cause anyone to have trauma regarding what they're doing. It's about trying to bring you the sport that I really love. And you know what? That's the state of play. This is grade 7. You know what? If you're watching to see the best bowls played in the world, you ain't going to get that. But you have got a good chance that you will get it at times because it's all on the day, it's all in the moment, and that's why I love this sport. We are broadcasting our lowest pennant grade, and I think it's really important that everyone has a chance to shine, and I love these players, and I'm very appreciative of them. Well, they had no choice, of showing their skills. And anyone can become a rock star on my Youtubelivesports broadcast here at the Taren Point, home of the Scorchers. All right, let's have a look at the state of play. And I do believe that Craig Roberts is holding 1 for the Goannas. And plenty of bowls to come. This is the third Stephen Banks using an Optima blue and white bowl. So many spectators here. Come on down, get yourself a bacon and egg or a sausage sandwich, steak sandwich. If you don't want that, you can go inside and purchase a little bit more expensive, but not by much. Some Asian. Very nice Asian food here, by the way. That's a fair effort there from Steve Banks. Might just pan that camera just back a little bit. Give you, thank you, thank you, Thomas. You've listened to instructions very well. This is John Sheldon. A little bit high, but that is where the wind is coming from, the south. So it will move a little bit more from left to right, and good weight. Don't think from that optic that it is counted, but it's not far off. He might have drawn, well, he's definitely got third shot. Still a couple of bowls to play. Not much of a difference correction here required by Stephen. He's using a blue and white Optima. He ran off the mat, so he's really looking at trying to get connection, and he likes it. He strikes it. And he's just hurled on him. Oh, he was really quite keen with that one. Yeah. Good to see the camaraderie between Stephen and Tom. Said, good on you, mate. Good effort. Good try. Well, that's a try. You get that in rugby league. It's a good bowl. Not a bad area here from John Sheldon. Has he got onto his own teammates? And he has. And he has promoted it. That is another one in the count. Tom could be 2 to 3 down here. What he's probably going to try and do, if he can get onto that bowl as Stephen's explaining, either get onto your own, cannon that blue bowl out, because that yellow will stay. If you get the edge, you come across to the West Tigers bowl there of Dave Stevens. So it's set up well for him. Now, have a look here. You can see he's aiming for that yellow bowl on the left. Next prize is an outside edge, or the inside edge of it on the right-hand side, and comes across and covers. But let's see his execution. It's easier said than done. Thanks for joining us. Over 120 people currently watching, and over 770 views with all the finals this afternoon. We've got some semi-finals at the moment, and all the finals are this afternoon, and sadly I can only broadcast one of them. You know, Tom's got another bowl. He's got the aqua red line. Well, this is set up extremely well for Dave Taylor. He really wants to put another one in. They do need to bring back that rink scoreboard to help the Masterboard, and he's in a good area. Just got to hurry, and he wouldn't be happy with that. All right. Thomas Gieskamp. Apologies if I've got his pronunciation incorrect. Guys or Gieskamp. Couple of sprinkles starting to happen. Oh, Jim, we can't see, mate. That's a very good bowl. 2 down to 1 up. Jim had a sneaky look there. Jimmy, that's for you, mate. Get out of the way. Oh, what a shame. What a great effort. Fall over. I don't know if he's got the shot now. Oh, well done. Oh, that's how close it is, viewers. Battle of the skips then. That was a skip fest. All right, 10-7 on 12 on our rink between Agar and Mullen. On the middle rink, it's, Scorchers have scorched away. They must have picked up a 4. That's why the Goannas went a bit quiet. And we have a significant gap in the Masterboard for the first time. And we are halfway through, over halfway through this match. I will give you an update on where things are around the grounds in a moment. Okay, for those watching around the grounds, particularly Bondi or Clovelly or Caringbah and Grandviews, we've got Clovelly 32, Caringbah 42 in grade 5 on 37, so currently a 10-shot diff there. Taren Point Black trying to find something. Bondi 42, Taren Point 27, so that margin is reduced. 15. 36 ends, and in the other grade 7 semi-final, Caringbah comfortably ahead 44 to 21 over Grandview's green. I know that Grandview's got this up in the club at 33 ends. And in the Pennant Cup, the grand final, Balmain 11, Leichhardt 6 after 11. So there we go. Good start there from the leads. Craig Roberts winning that battle, setting up a good head for the rest of the team. And I will once again show you as close as I can over the top of the head. I don't have an overhead camera, of course, or a drone. That would be handy. But I've done a fair bit of review of my streaming. And I'm finding that using that middle camera now, I could have 4 cameras, but it gets a bit confusing. But thanks for joining us. I will have the stream link up for this afternoon's match. I'm yet to know which one we're going to be doing. It could be grade 3. It could be grade 5. I think they're the only two that... But either way, I've been asked to change greens, which is not ideal, but we can manage it. It just means I'm going to have to pack up and move everything, and we may have a slight delay to the coverage this afternoon. I'm just hoping they give them a bit of a bigger gap, because we have all the grand finals this afternoon from grades 3 through to 7, and it would have been great to have another member of the team here to stream some more stuff. But if you have a look at our YouTube live sports on the streaming schedule, and I'm hoping this won't change what I'm doing, we have the Nepean Highlanders streaming, and they have got their Open Pennant finals and the Moore Park Beach Coastal Clash. And I'm believing that's from Queensland. So we've got a fair bit to watch. And, you know, thanks for joining us here. Really appreciate your patronage and coming along. All right. As we digress, we're looking at least 2, maybe 3. This is where Gymea need to make a difference, particularly on this rink. They are down by 6 with 8 to play. And we know that the Masterboard scoreboard pressure does start to become quite significant. And that's when they really feel the pressure. Stephen wouldn't be happy with that, and he's not. He's sort of a bit annoyed with himself. But he can correct that. He's got another one. But John Sheldon really was quite significant early on, and his team needs him now. Got to hurry. Just didn't send it. But look, there's a slight bit of drizzle that has probably slowed the green down by a second or so. The wind has almost disappeared. So I'm not sure what the weather gods are trying to do, but it's forever changing. 4 seasons. Feel like I'm in Melbourne at the moment. Anyway, we're in beautiful The Shire. Oh, look at this. I'm not surprised to see Greg through the head with, Steve Banks through the head with that one. The overcorrection's very easy to do, particularly in grade 7. But it's really awesome to see all of our bowlers getting a chance to be on the TV rink. And to let you know, Taren Point picked up a shot on our rink 5. So, yeah, not John's best end. He left both bowls short, and we know that you've got to give it a chance if you want to enjoy it. And as we say, you've got to be up to enjoy it. Play on words there, viewers, but you know, on my live stream, anything's possible. Alrighty. 5-11 on 13. Just checking my scores. 10-8 on 13. Terry Bogus, he's trying to get amongst his players. We had 3 teams in the finals from the Goannas, and the 7s are the only ones left. Taren Point got 2 teams remaining. They're 5s and here, but we'll tell you, yeah. Players just struggling to adapt to the changing speeds. Not significant. Here we go. Big bowl for Tom with the pressure. You want to try and make sure you change it. What is he doing here? Just can't see. The applause is coming from John. Just didn't send it. They are 2 down. Would have been a really handy bowl for Dave Taylor to put that one in the head. So Steve Banks just telling Tom, this is where you need to be, sir. Tom's got a bit of bowl here. It just hasn't arrived, and he's not happy. And I wouldn't be happy either. He had everything there. He just needed to send it. All right, big bowl here, Dave Taylor. Can he make 2 into a 3? I'm not sure by his body language. He's I know that John's backing it. It's coming in, and it is a multiple. It's 3 shots. Well done. That is a significant count in the big board. It is definitely double, and I'd be shocked to see if it wasn't 3. It could be 4. It even could be 5. I don't know. Who's got the magic tape? For Taren Point's sake, they want the magic tape to say 3, but we could have a Michelle Pfeiffer. Whoa. Viewers, this could be the turning point that the Scorchers don't want. And I could tell you, Steve, I don't know if he's a poker player, but he's very much got a poke. Oh! And if I was John Sheldon, I'd be remeasuring. There's no gamesmanship here. Wow. Is that your son? Wow. And it's 4, and it's a boundary. It was in between. Wow. That is a big pickup. They dropped to 4. Instead of being 5-11 up, there are only 2 shots in it. And the Masterboard is now within 6. It's the way that this sport is. It's terrific. And now the middle rink is putting an update. Dave Craddock, John Crawley, Taren Point picking up 1 shot there. So they dropped a 4 there, but they picked up a single. Remember, it's all about the Masterboard. Individual rink scores do not matter. Good to see Stevens folks here, encouraging their son. It's a great sport, and what a start there. Now, you didn't get to see it because they've actually brought the mat up, so we will have to change that camera. See if we can bring it in, and we'll even have to go call number 3. I haven't had to use this camera for a while. And we might just change how much we can see in a moment. We have not played this setup of length yet. I'll go back to showing you what it looks like at the head in a moment. But, yeah, well done, boys. Good set there from Dave, from Craig Roberts. This is Sam Vella, happy fella. The pocket rocket ready to go. Just needs to find a slight correction. And I can tell you, that's the pressure that Craig Roberts has put on by putting that bowl right on top of the jack. This is Mr. ZZ Top David Stevens. How's that beard? Looks amazing. Got the West Tigers bowls. He's got the green shoes. 10-8 on 13. We're all right on the big board. Yeah. Another good start from the Goannas on this rink. I will bring you a score update from around the grounds. It's a 10-shot diff. Clovelly carrying bar. Yet no update. Carrying bar looking like they may feature in 2 grand finals if the semi-finals stay the way they are. I actually don't know who is on in grade 3, 4 and 6. I should know, but I don't. I'll find that out when I start to do my screens for later on. Another good effort here from Dave Stevens, and that's a really handy bowl. They are holding 1 and a look at 3. That was a good option there from Thomas, the skipper, to say to Jim, I need you here. And Jim didn't miss by much with his first. He just sent it a little bit wide and a little bit heavy. But at least he has covered. He hasn't counted, but he's covered. All right. John Sheldon's due. He's played well early on and he's just disappeared a little bit. No disrespect to John. Just telling you how I see it. I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, but this is a better bowl. Well done, young man. That's another one in there. He just didn't send it enough. So Tom is suggesting to young Stephen. Now, Stephen is entitled to go up to look at the head, and I would encourage him to do that next time because he just came to the side to try and see what he had to do. But in grade 7, some of these bowlers have bowled for a long time and others haven't bowled for long. Let's see his execution here. Ready to go. And he is going a little bit quicker. Oh, he almost. He's got another one. Bit cranky with himself there, Mum. He was a little bit cranky. Let's see how he goes with this next one. There's a definite level of optimal arousal. Calm or passion. Very, very, very different things. All right, John Sheldon needing an extra foot. Needs an extra foot. He wants to arrive to promote those bowls or get to that Sam Vella bowl. Taren Point only have 1 bowl in the head. If he sets this bowl, they are in big trouble. I don't think he's given it enough. Has he got to it and he's just edged it in? Well, it is definitely only 1 to Gymea. Thomas has said, change your shot. This is difficult because he's just driven. Now he has to draw. Hardest shot in the book. He's taking his time, which is nice. They are very close to me at the moment, so I won't talk until he sends it. Now, like, I'm literally the closest I've been. Well, I didn't know if Tom asked him to play a conversion weight, and clearly he did because that's the shot he played. So I didn't see that instruction there from the skipper. I just thought he was trying to draw down. Really needed to maybe look at that gap Got to be careful playing that weight, though, because they've only got one bowl in the head. And if that bowl comes out, they are down 5 or 6. And that could be huge on the big board. They are currently 7 ahead. Massive bowl from Dave Taylor. If he can get that shot bowl that is holding second of Sam, this is huge. Another big bowl, but I'm not sure why he's playing that hand. No, he is playing. He's playing the backhand. He needs to arrive. He needed to give it a little bit more courage. He's promoted the second one. Well done. I'd be still looking for that wing bowl there. Currently, Taren Point have 1 in that head. If that comes out, they are down 6. Big bowl from Tom. And he's too narrow with that line. And he didn't give it enough. Well, his weight wasn't too bad. He really needs a big bowl here. Not with that one. And that's the difference between our grades when we look at 7 compared to platinum. It's got to be, oof. Okay. The Scorchers got away with it here. No major damage for the big board. And we know that Tom has played very well. He could literally draw in here and get second shot. He's close. Gets the cannon. Oh, what an effort. That is a great effort. It is 2 shots to Gymea. I wouldn't think it's any more. Taking 2 out. Unless that bowl... And it is 2. Well, we are all square on 15 on the TV rink, viewers. Don't go anywhere. I will get you an update. See if they've updated the scores, and they haven't. Okay, so the matches this afternoon. Sylvania Moorfield. Just change my aspect of my camera. Sylvania Moorfield, grade 3. Hillsdale Leichhardt, grade 4. Winner not determined yet for grade 5. Hillsdale Cronulla, grade 6. And the winner of grade 7, not determined. And we haven't had an update yet of this yet either. And we've gone the shorter length once again. All right, great start by these leads again. Oh, massive bowl there on the middle rink. John Crawley played a bomb to take the shot. And just when the Scorchers were skipping away, they've dragged one back. But it's interesting. They've grabbed one back, but on the other rink, Taren Point dragged one back between Mullen and Agar. So we are at a 35-30 on 43. Winner goes through to the grand final. 15-9 on 14, 10-9, and 11 all on 15. Massive crowd. You can see here from this vision, there are plenty of people here. Great to have them here. All right. Dave Stevens. Jim Stafford with his yellow Optimas. That's a fair effort. They're holding 2 seconds at the moment, the Scorchers. So, needs a friend. You can see there that lighter blue colour of Craig Roberts is sitting there. The dark blue and the yellow are the Scorchers bowls. Okay. Thomas has said, Stephen, this is where I need you. He's due for one of these executions. Just all depends on his line, of course, and his weight. This is better. He's not far away here. It's got a hold. Just got the wrong edge. That was a fair effort. Not bad. John Sheldon needing to put another bowl in the head for the Goannas on this rink. I will keep an update of... Yeah, good miss. Could have ricocheted everywhere, but he's finished in a good home. This is how far the mat's gone up. I'm on the left-hand side there. Let's have a look. Stephen just needs to give it a little bit higher. The weight was good. And I punch it through and sit and stay. This is a better effort. It's got to get down. Is it going to get down? Ladies and gentlemen, needs a clear run. What an effort. Oh, I reckon 2 mils. That was his margin of error. Oh, and Stephen's there swinging his bowls cloth saying, oh man, I just need a bit of luck. I reckon he's lucky having the parents he's got just quietly. Oh, his parents are sitting there. There's Semi Vella. All righty. Now, young Dave Taylor is in a bit of trouble if Thomas can get onto that bowl, because the jack can go out. Greg has finished, sorry, Stephen Banks has ended up in a good home. And, oh, big bowl here coming up. Sets that through, could stay for 4. Here we go. We're not going to get much of an optic. Both thirds have blocked the way. He's close. It is still only 1. Very big bowl here. Dave Taylor, although they haven't made them pay when there's only been 1 bowl in the head, he's fallen short. The crowd will erupt if Tom can execute this conversion. He has given it with a little bit of attitude. Is it going to get down? It's just going to stay fractionally high. What an effort. And it is 1 to break the deadlock. We do know individual rink scores do not matter. And it is 1 to the Goannas to try and... You're up, mate. Last thing I need is to go on the green. Thank you. Alrighty. 9:15 on 14 between Craddock and Crawley. And we're 10-9 on 14. Craig Roberts getting back to that centre line. Here comes Sammy Vella. These guys have had a good battle. be honest. The front end I've really enjoyed watching these two go at each other. They both sort of missed their weight by sort of a similar distance, one short, one behind. I know that I'd prefer to be the one behind. And let's have a good look at here. This is Craig Roberts using a blue Optima if you've just joined us. And I will have a quick look at our YouTube Live Sports crew. Good on you, Peter Williams. Thanks, mate, my friend. Much appreciated. Mr. Chalky himself. Alrighty. Look, I really enjoy what I do, and I hope that comes through the passion in my community that I've got here on YouTube Live Sports. And well done. That's a fair effort there from the lead. Under a lot of pressure now. We can't actually see the pressure that they're under. But I can tell you it would be starting to raise. This is David Stevens. He's using an Optima. And he loves the West Tigers, and he's using a West Tiger bowl. Mr. ZZ Top sending his bowl on the way. He's got Craig Roberts' bowl coming in, that lighter blue compared to the royal blue. And finishing a good home, not getting shot. This is Jim Stafford. He's using an Optima, and it's a yellow bowl. A lot taller stance because he's a taller man. And as we age, we do struggle to get down a bit, but his consistency probably hasn't been to where, well, I don't know how he plays, but that's a good second shot, and his consistency's been okay. Dave Stevens also been pretty close to the mark, and it is a semi-final. We've got a game to play this afternoon, and for the runner-up, well, they're gone. The winner goes through and plays perhaps, I think it will be Caringbah. Two significant rinks in the lead, 120 to 8 up and 119 to 8. So I really don't see Grandview's coming back from that. But this is commentator's curse. You mentioned that Jim hasn't been near the mark, and he does that straight away. So that's pretty standard. If you want to bowl at a bowl, well, just so they haven't been bowling well, and they will. Well done, Jim Stafford. A good second is never short. John Sheldon wants to find some of that consistency back again. Been a bit wayward with his line's been pretty good, but his weight has been a little bit telling. Better bowl here. Once again, commentator's curse. Draws down and gets the shot. Not far off, I believe. It's a bit of a look. Let's change. And it's quite interesting that my camera hasn't had to change too much from this viewpoint. Okay, young Stephen Banks. Tried hard, but he made connection with his teammates' bowl and pushed him through. Gave it a chance, though. Really important. Weight control, really difficult, particularly in a final. And as I said, John Sheldon joining his two other teammates there already. And that would have been the hand I would have been playing initially. However, he's now asked to change. Let's see how Steve Banks goes with the correction here. Good to see a lot of the other teams arriving for their finals. Sylvania and Moorfield are around, getting ready for their Grade 3 battle. And just a little bit runny, Steve. And when you watch this back, just rushing. Needs to just sort of try and take his time a bit more with those shots. There is a 4-shot difference on the Masterboard. We have a 12-11 score on 16 here. But just as we say that, Taren Point must have picked up a single to be 10-all on 15. Between Colin Mullen and Mark Agar. And it's a 10-15. Interesting, when one picks up a shot, the opponent picks up another shot on the other rink. Okay, Dave Taylor's turned his back on it. I'm not sure why. Well, there you go. The bowl's almost closer to him than it is to where he needed to go. And it's not that quite, but that's why he wasn't happy. All right. Just get a feeling the skippers are going to play a major role at the back end of this. This is a fair effort from Thomas. Oh, Greg willing it there. Stephen willing it there, but I do have a friend named Greg Banks. That's why I'm calling Stephen Greg. Dave Taylor trying hard. Okay. Really could have traded a couple of multiples had he reached that yellow bowl of Jim Stafford. You're righty. You have a look at the state of play. Very difficult for Tom to actually get the shot here. They're having a chat to see where they can go. He's got a forehand or backhand option. He's looking at his own to promote his own if he plays the backhand. Or if he plays the forehand, the only problem with playing the forehand is that he could promote that bowl, but he could, depends on the weight he uses. Look, let's not get technical, let's just watch. And watching Orr, it looks like he's setting up for the forehand. He's looking to try and get under the head. Pretty good to there. Doesn't want to be on that front one, and I think he is. And he's pushed it up. Definitely worth a try. They are dropping 2. Don't think it's any more. No, it's 1. Okay, so it must have been... there are 2 bowls with exactly the same colour. And that's where... it was only 1. I actually thought that was a Gymea bowl that came up, but it didn't. It was actually a Scorchers bowl. We got 4 ends to play on the TV rink. We won't go anywhere unless we have a result. Middle rink at 10-15, and the furthest rink 10-all on 15. So this rink is progressing quite quickly. We have a 3-point difference with 16 ends to play. Anyone's game. And that is a lovely start from Craig Roberts. Putting the pressure on Sam Vella to set up the head for his team. Playing the hand that is holding more. You can see the faithful of Gymea and the Scorchers have shown up today. It's finals day. Let me go around the grounds and just see if we've... There's been no update on the scores coming. Oh, we do have an update. Well... Around the grounds, grade 5. Hang on to your hats, Clovelly fans. Carringbar have hit a roadblock. They are only 8 ahead, 48-40. Carringbar over Clovelly in grade 5. 45 ends, so not many, 18 ends to play there. Bondi should get the chocolates over Taren Point Black in grade 5. 52-33 on 46. Carringbar should get up in grade 7, a 51-32 with only 19 ends to play, and it looks like that Balmain will win the Pennant Cup against Leichhardt 15-8. No, let's get back to the match at hand. We have an arm wrestle right in front of us, and I can tell you that Gymea picked up one. On the Colin Mullen Mark Agar rink. So we are 2 points on the Masterboard, and it is all about the Masterboard. Dave Stevens, great set of bowls. Oh, this is the consistency I spoke about with Jimmy Stafford. He hasn't really had the consistency that he wanted. It is a semi-final. I haven't watched these guys and girls before, but at the moment, the pressure, Gymea are holding 4 shots. And I believe that the 7s are flying the flag for Taren Point, because I think the 5s will exit. Another lovely bowl there. That is 5 at the moment. Phew. Tough position. Stephen Banks, his lead and his second have not got there. It's up to him. Just breathe and relax. You're ready to send it. Big bowl of 2. Now he's playing with weight. He's got to make sure that that direction is there. No. At least that short bowl of Jim Stafford is out of the way. The thing is with this, they need to cut it down. So rather than go for the win, they really need to minimise the shots they're bleeding. And viewers, we've spoken this about before. With the inexperience perhaps in grade 7, they want to get the rink win. It's about the Masterboard, and at the moment, it's 2 shots. And that is a good home because, yeah, he's asking Steve to draw. And I can tell you the pressure. Whew. Steve's taking a big breath. Big bowl here required. And he sent it with a bit of weight again. And he needed to make contact. And I don't think the skipper would be happy with that. He was just asking him to draw. Thomas is looking at 5 down at the moment. I would not want to be in Thomas's shoes right now. He's got a pressure of all of that. His teammates have gone before him and they've let him down quite badly on this end. And they didn't mean to. It's just the pressure of semi-finals. All right, Dave Taylor. And when these players watch it back, they'll actually understand what I'm saying. No disrespect to the players. Another big bowl here from Dave. If he puts this in, he didn't, yeah. Almost counts. 1, 2. Just got to draw, Tom. This is a massive bowl. He's in the area. Thomas could actually get second shot with this. He's got to get down. Oh. Well, they are still down 4. He's saved 1 or 2. Whew. Lucky Thomas has got all that experience. Dave Taylor said, you've just taken 1 shot away from me. I'm going to put another one in there. Well, that could have counted. Wait till they put the tape on it. But the good thing is, Thomas can use that bowl to come in. Oh, he's missed his line, but if he gets second prize, he might sit this bowl. He needs to sit that bowl, and he hasn't. We could see a multiple that would be at least 3, possibly 4. I believe it could be close to 5. It's gone. This one's gone as well. This is massive. Wow. And it is a Michelle Pfeiffer. It couldn't be 6, surely. And it might be. Oh, it is 5 shots. That is huge. Remeasuring. That is massive. 5 shots of Michelle Pfeiffer. That's what I was talking about. Wow. Is that the turning point where the Scorchers bow out of the semi-final? Wow. For the first time in about 30 ends, the Goannas are in the lead. Early days, though. There's still 13 ends remaining. How's your nerves? That's why I love being a bowls commentator. I don't have to do any of this. Under the front, mate. Razor, you need to get out there and help these guys, mate. You got a port there? They just dropped a 5. Wow. Okay. Let's find out who's supporting who in this. Who's going for the Scorchers? Who's going for the Goannas? Well, you're just happy to be watching bowls, as I am. Right, the leads have had a super battle. That's Sammy Vella. And Sammy needs to reach. Oh. Whew. You want to join me for 5 minutes, sir, or not?
Oh, I got 5.
Yeah, come in. Make it feel comfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do I introduce you as the $12,000 man from during the week? How are you?
A little flustered, but we're going all right.
Who we got here?
This is Ray Pearce.
So, Razor, I think your 5s might be going down.
It's only 11 behind at the moment, so they can make a bit of a comeback. They're running out of ends, though. So.
And the first time in this match for about 40 ends, the Goannas have taken the lead. Hard to come back from dropping a 5.
Oh, there's still time, though. There's, what have we got, 13 ends to the
No, we've still got plenty of time. But how good is it broadcasting the 7s?
Oh, look,
TV rink.
Yeah, look, the idea of this weekend with the live stream from Taren Point's point of view and the Metro South was to try and
Showcase everyone.
Every grade.
And we've done that.
So, yeah, depending on the results this morning, it'll either be grade 5 or grade 3, which is
Sylvania and Moorfield,
which is going to be a great final as well. So, but the crowd's starting to build.
And we know that Taren Point has a history of being breezy.
Yep.
And it hasn't disappointed today.
No, that's right. No, well,
that's Southerly's really.
Look, we've been blessed, to be honest, with the last 2 weekends. It's, the forecast with the rain has been horrific, but we look okay at the moment.
Can we give a shout out to your greenkeepers? Give them a mention, mate. They have done an outstanding job because this green in particular and all the greens, overnight rain, still taking a lot of turn.
Yeah, look, the boys have put in a lot of work.
Who are they? Give me a shout out.
Keenan Vanderstraat, Big Jimmy Brown, and Dean and Harley McDonald. The boys have put in a lot of time. It's a shame with the rain that we've had during the week, but they're very much playable. They're still very true.
Well, you'll be pleased with this because this is what's been happening in this grade, and it happens across all grades. you guys dropped a 5 on this rink, but guess who just picked up a 5 on the other rink?
Oh, that helps.
The Scorchers, which is Colin Mullen versus Mark Agar.
Yeah, Colin and the Three Angels is what we've called.
So
that rink
all of a
year.
sudden, the Scorchers are ahead by 3. Tell me, give us a little bit of background about this young fella, Stephen Banks. His mum and dad are here, so just be careful.
Yeah.
But tell me, look, this guy wears his heart on his sleeve,
Yep.
and the whole enormity of this occasion is getting the better of him at the moment, so he just needs to breathe a bit. He's played a couple of weighted shots where his skippers maybe hasn't asked for it. But tell me his background. Do you know much about Steve?
Oh, look, I only know much. Well, I've only been here 4 years, but Steve's been playing for a fairly long time. But Steve's one of the most keenest fellas.
Really? We couldn't tell on the...
in the club, and he just loves his bowls, and he puts a lot of time in. Here he's on screen now, and
He's got the Optima in the blue and the white.
yeah.
And, okay, so I know you've only got a couple of minutes, but looking at the head here, and I'll give you the bigger monitor because it's easier to see.
Yep.
They're down 1, got a second there. Where do you think he'd be going?
Oh, it's got to be a backhand shot, I think, which he's playing. He's a little bit wide by the look of it, but he's just trying to turn that yellow bowl onto the jack. But
And the thing that I've advised, and my part of my role here is trying to help in the high performance and even just the development of all players here.
Yep.
He's running off the mat, getting excited.
That's just the nerves, mate. That's just the nerves.
And look, there's so many people here.
Yeah,
What
that's
wouldn't
right.
you be?
Yeah.
And he's on the TV rink, the poor fella.
Yeah, he's got the TV rink, and there's a lot. Look, this is all part of.
Well, it's part of the learning.
This is all part of his development too.
Yeah.
So,
And tell me, we'll talk about Thomas in a moment, but talk about an old head on young shoulders. He's very useful in his exuberance.
oh, look, Tommy's been involved. So Tommy's the father and grandfather, of Mary Chapman and Jake Chapman. So yeah, Tommy's been around.
Hence his height.
Yeah, so Tommy's been around, a lot of good bowls for a lot of his bowls career as well.
Let's have a look at the execution here to see if he does see how he's off the mat too quick, doesn't stay down, didn't follow through, but that's all part of it. I know we sometimes when...
that was a better attempt.
It was.
It's a better attempt. Good speed. It's a pretty good home too.
Tell me about the art of correction. How hard's that? It's all part of practice, right?
That's the game's motto, because you can't get it with every bowl. So the idea is to correct with every bowl.
Now, we've got a number of viewers here that were speaking about your heroics during the week and watching the coverage of Benny Two Shoes.
Yep.
Obviously, we won't distract from what we're seeing here, but third place.
Oh, look, we're wrapped.
Almost got Cadbury. You lost on an extra end.
Yeah, look.
And you're holding shot, and you couldn't have done any better than Carlos Healy.
Yeah, look, you're never safe when Carl Healy's on the mat, or any Cabramatta player really at that level. So.
And as you said to me this morning, we couldn't have done any better. We did everything we could.
Yeah, I thought the shape of the head was near perfect, but
It's bowls.
we couldn't quite get away with it. But credit to Cabramatta and the boys. It was an outstanding
They
semi-final.
done the three-peat. They won that tournament 3 years in a row, a $70,000 tournament.
Yeah.
What a great final, though, between them and the Gorillas.
Yeah, well, look, they always. Oh, Tommy's on a good line here. Is he up?
This has been the interesting thing when they watch this back.
Yeah.
Their line's been great because obviously the rain came and the green speed looked tighter. They're all using those tighter bowls. It's been the weight.
Yeah.
Has been huge. And that's the difference between Platinum and Grade 1 compared to the execution here.
To be fair, it's not a bad head for Grade 7, though, I must say.
Oh, there's no distraction.
Yeah.
We're looking at the best 4 out of 4 sections.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
how many teams are we looking at? There would have been, 6 teams in each section?
Well, you're looking at around 24. Yeah, you're looking around 24. So.
And there are some people here that have been playing a season, and other people who've been playing, Tom.
Yep.
And that is a one shot there, and we will change our camera in a moment, and I'll get you to stay for one more end if
Just
possible.
going to double check the big board and talk because it's.
Very close. We've got 2 ends remaining on this rink. And I can tell you it should be a 4 diff, but we'll check middle rink 10-16 on 16 and that Ed rink on 17. There hasn't been an update.
I've got 5 the diff, 10 to go.
All right, so I want you to tell me about Sammy Vella. Pocket
yeah.
Rocket. Is he an Italian man with a Vella name? Or
Yes,
is it...
he is, very much so, yes. And a South Sydney supporter.
Oh,
he's a very
but
good man.
Is there any truth to the matter? He's in the bunny?
Yes, well, If he's not, he should be.
But he came up and said to me, Matt, you do a great job, and it's a shame I'm on the TV rink. Apologise to your viewers straight away. But what's his story? Because clearly you've got to be either a grandfather or he's been around a while.
Yeah, he's one of the lovable characters and one of the favourable members of this club.
Oh, man.
Everybody loves him. He hasn't got a bad bone in his body. Never speaks a bad word about anybody.
And for those who've been watching this coverage, the battle up front has been awesome.
Yep.
It's been really, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, the Scorchers, just as we thought they were going down with the ship, they've picked up a 3. So we have now got a gap again of 7 with 10 ends to play. Razor, I think you better stay on the live stream, mate, because since you've been here, there's been a change of fortune.
Well, I'm happy to stay if they keep winning.
Tell me, massive for the region, but talk about massive for the club here, hosting the regional finals.
Yeah, look, we've hosted the Pennant finals for the region and / zone back in the day for a very long time.
You're very good at it.
With
I'm
Wayne
glad you do
Turley
it.
and Chris Green back in the day, but our club does a very good job. Our
The
volunteers
spectators
are
are everywhere.
Yeah.
You build it, they will come.
Yeah, look, you can play on good greens, and the volunteers are always making sure that the place is nice and tidy and getting the games a quick turnover between matches. And
Well, there's two reasons I've decided to drive an hour and 10 minutes every friggin' each way is you, Ray Pearce, and the community.
yeah,
I've loved my time here, and I've joined forces with you guys now, and it could be a good or a bad thing depending on how things are going. But we get on quite well at the moment, but we'll see how we go. But tell me, just back on the Rorilla tournament, you guys played awesome, and who was in your team?
great shot, Jimmy.
Now,
Great shot.
we'll get
Jimmy.
back to that question in a moment as we get Mr. Chalky. Jimmy hasn't been there this game, but he has made a difference when it mattered.
Well, as long as he plays a good one when he needs it. It's not how many you play, it's when you play him.
And to be honest, to be fair to Jimmy, I haven't watched him before,
Yep.
so I don't know what his standard of excellence or expectation is. But he hasn't been outshone by his other players, but he's done well. Yeah, but who? You have Harley McDonald and the Hansons.
Harley McDonald and Ryan and Kyle Hansen, two of the younger fellas in the side. And, the 4 players put in a good performance all week. And
Well, we watched you on the live stream when you played Marylands. And,
Soldiers Point. Was it Soldiers
Oh,
Point?
sorry, Soldiers Point.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of Jack McShane winning the up and coming for the Com Games.
Yeah, which is good to see, yeah.
But Soldiers, there was Terry Anthem, an ex-state player, and current Shipley, who's in the state team. And
yeah, that's right. No, look, it was a good match. Finished 4-all. But again, look, the 4 of us put in. Our first day, we finished 15th.
Oh,
and then won 8 games straight.
I didn't write you off, but I thought, Jesus, something's happened.
Many would have. Many would have.
But I did make reference to Benny on the coverage. Only non-platinum side that made the top 4.
Yep.
And on that, where are we at with that?
Oh, look,
Don't know?
No, we're not sure at the moment. It's definitely an option for the club.
Viewers have been asking.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an option for the club. It's obviously one of the premier events that Bowls New South Wales put on their calendar. But this year playing ones with the rest of the grades every Saturday, the culture at the club has been enormous, and I'm proud of all of our members getting
Your
together
membership
for that.
has gone through the roof.
Yeah, it has. So
And since you've been here, Ray, that's a bit of a credit to you, my friend, because I know you had a 3-year plan.
yeah,
And you're halfway through that.
Yeah, but the members have to buy into it. So
Well, I'm a believer.
It's just not my doing. It's a lot of people that have to be involved. And
Tell us
have the
about
buy-in.
your 2IC, mate. What's her name and her role? Because she's outstanding.
Yeah, Rachel Shan. She's the heartbeat of the Bowls office. I won't lie. She puts in a lot of hard work behind the scenes, which with most Bowls offices in most clubs, people don't really see the hard work that goes in behind the scenes.
Not too sure where we're going with this one.
Oh, so he's changed the shape of it, which is all right. Well, we'll take the outcome, Banksy. No, he loves it. He loves it.
He did call Jack. I don't think the skipper asked for that type of shot.
No. Look, as it gets closer to the end of the game, he's
got his parents here.
Yeah,
but
he's got a bit of a strut. He's still enjoying himself, which is
well,
good.
well, he is, and we call that the Jagger. But have a look at the people around, and so this afternoon,
Yeah, mate.
we've got grades 3 to 7.
Yep.
And incredible finals coming up.
Yep.
So come on down and get yourself a bacon, an egg, sausage, something. But the matches tonight, we've got Sylvanius, Moorfield. Who's your pick on that?
Oh, it's hard to go past Sylvania.
Okay. Look, they've got Craig Scott in there and a couple of other really decent players.
Again, I wouldn't knock Moorfield at all, but I think.
But they'll show up in numbers too. Moorfield just quietly.
May just get it'll be single digits either way.
I'm picking Hillsdale for grade 4. Hard to go past a Brett Hughes-led juggernaut. They were the grade 5 state champions.
Yeah.
They're now 4s. I'm not too sure what the changes have happened, but they've gone from having 12 members till about 90.
Yeah. No, Brett Hughes has done a big job there, but I wouldn't give away Leichhardt. I think if Leichhardt can hold their own up front.
Yep. Razors, just don't worry about your coughing at the moment, mate. He had a big week, 3 or 4 days of bowls, hanging out with the other guys. What about your grade 6? That's another Hillsdale versus Cronulla.
Look, I think Hillsdale win that match, but it's very good for Cronulla.
That was huge last week on the Sunday, where it almost came out for a tight end. And look, it looks like Caringbah should get through in the other sevens match.
Yep.
And if all things keep going the way they are, when we look at the big ball with 10 to play, 10 ends is a lot in 3 rings, isn't it?
Oh, well, until it's mathematically not possible.
And we're not going to talk about the fat lady because we may have some fat people watching. I'm a heavier set person, and I know that when you go on a cruise, you always become a bit heavier set too.
You do.
But no cruises left for you anymore.
No, that's right.
Look, is it possible to put 10 kilos on in 10 days on a cruise?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure we can give it a nudge.
Interested in buying a raffle?
Oh, I'm on the live stream at the moment,
you,
but come and get raffle tickets. What's the prizes?
You could win a hamper or a meat.
Oh my gosh, brilliant! We'll keep it going. Well, look, Razor, I'm going to let you go in a second.
Yep.
But mate, thanks for having us. Thanks for welcoming me here. I'm a convert. This region, you've obviously got some sensational clubs, and we're showcasing all of them. And our sort of combination of what we're doing here now, it's just only going to get bigger and better, showcasing grade 7s. We had Terry Bogus here on the coverage from the president, and he just couldn't speak higher volumes about what's been happening here. Yeah, you've got the southwest and the northwest, but you guys did pretty well at the inner region and the men's, didn't you?
Oh, look, this region's always well played, Banksy. Yeah, look, this region's always been up there with the best of them. They do things very well.
Some very good operators, and Mr. Ellis doing a great job in leading the region as far as the admin side of things.
Yeah, and there's a committee there that are very bowls orientated and future orientated too. So we just got to keep looking forward and
you will, and good luck in your grade 1. And look, pretty hard to go past your back end of Axe yourself and Harley McDonald. There's not too many, I can tell you, other regions, and I watch a lot of it that have that strong at the back end, and I know your front end's pretty freaking brilliant too.
Oh, we'll give it a shake.
Got a couple of state female players there and an international in Cameron.
We'll give it a shake, but yeah, we've still got to play well, but we'll give it a shake.
Yeah, well, tell me about the way this head's set up. It's actually very well set up for Taren Point. They've got the back covered. Probably not the best for Gymea to try and get.
Hopefully Tommy can just draw a shot just past the jack.
A lot of the players coming into the Southerly, that's happened.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad bowl, regardless of what grade you're playing. Like you can see the opposition trying to trail the jack.
Hey, Ray, we'd be a lot kinder than that, mate. If I wanted Dean Shoe back on here to talk about being real kind, I would have had him on here.
Oh, look.
No, it wasn't one of his best.
Oh, so he's got a free kick now. So as long
But you know what's also harder? Have a look at the bank when I can find my little mouse. That's what they're looking at.
Yeah.
All those people. So this end, this way, the bowls have been looser. They go back the other end, they're all behind.
Yeah, as long as his weight's okay, he's going to count. He's just overdone it, but it's a good count for the point Scorchers.
Well, I think they may have almost taken back.
Yeah, look, a 3 there, I think.
Yep. Now tell me, before you get going, you've changed your bowl. You've still got an arrow, but you've gone away from the deep scoop, the Z scoop, to a bit of a clean skin.
Look, I wasn't quite playing as well as what I hoped this season. But
big pickup.
Was that a 3 or 4?
4.
Oh, it was 4. Very nice. Well, that puts a bit of a buffer.
And we will do...
It's 9 the diff with 7 to go.
and that far rink is at 12.15, so Gymea are only able to pick up 1. But if it stays the way it is, they're obviously going to make an appearance in the final. And I can't remember where grade 7 will be going. I thought it was Yamba, but it might not be.
No, it wasn't Yamba because grade 1's there.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
I haven't
it's
looked that far at the moment.
But anyway, we'll worry about that when we get there.
Yes. So I believe that our Masterboard is correct. We are an 11-shot buffer, 7 ends. Still a chance of different things. But look, Razor, I'm going to let you go.
Thank you
so much for everything that you're doing.
No dramas at all.
I know you've got some big shoes to fill from Green and Turley and all of that, but...
I'm doing me.
Oh, I know you are.
I'm doing me.
Because you've got a size, what are you, size 10?
Yeah, I'm doing me, mate. So,
and keep doing you because you're doing amazing. And look, final question. Why have you got so many freaking good, decent women bowling here? Just the culture of the place.
Well, look, it's
in the community.
It's probably one side of the strat plan that we needed to bolster a little bit. But look,
well, you got Kay coming from Fig Tree, and she's come here and.
But all the girls get on pretty well, and it's a tight knit group, and they're just competitors, and that's what we want at the club is competitors.
Well, when you look at the lights of Cabra, when they have the goat Karen Murphy, St John's Park, they got Dawn Heyman.
Yeah.
You have your crew.
Yep.
Maryland's are starting to build on that too.
That's right.
And that's why I love this open gender pennant because it's inclusive of everyone.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly right.
Well, Ray Pearce, we'll let him go. Thank you, my friend.
I'll see you this afternoon.
You buildy. I've switched off. Thanks, mate. Really love your work. Thank you. Razor, if it's going to be grade 3, where am I? Because remember we may have had a problem broadcasting from over at the shed. I didn't think, we were okay, weren't we?
No, we had dramas here.
Okay, so I'll be over the far side.
Won't have dramas
Right,
here.
terrific. All right, viewers, just making sure we've got everything happening. I've got 3 monitors right in at the moment. Well, Marcos, if you're, you're behind me. Good on you, mate. Robert, sorry I didn't get a chance to let Razor know that you were having a chat. But we will just get back to the core business at the moment. Lots more people here. The other grades are arriving for their finals. And at the moment, we'll just focus on what we need to do right here. And there's lots of people around. This is Dave Stevens on its way. State of play, they really need a couple of ends to go their way. And I must have actually pressed the wrong score because this will make a difference. It's 9 the diff. We are correct now. I had the score around the wrong way on this rink. My apologies. Steve Banks had a good end last end.
Turn, Sammy. Turn, Sammy. Go round, Sammy.
Lovely bowl. Really finding his mojo right now. Loves a crowd, Mr. Banks, it looks like. Don't know whether he gets it from his mum or his dad as the poser, but he's doing well. Loves the sport of bowls. He's very passionate, which is great. To his standard, he probably wasn't happy with the way things were going, and he's really just gone bang, bang. Well, who knows what he's going to do? We don't know. The tension can cause people to do some strange things. He just wants to do exactly what he just did then. Draw a shot in the head. Here it comes. He has been a little bit indifferent with his weight. Good miss. A very good miss. That's pressure. All righty. Here we go. John Sheldon started the match really well. Needs to find something now. His line's been pretty good. This is not a bad effort. He's just got to get under his short bowl. And guess what? He landed his own. The Scorchers still holding 2. All right, we're 10-20. Gymea down over the Scorchers on 18 on rink 6. So Dave Craddock's up by 10. I do believe there's been a change on the rink between Mullen and Agar. I can't see it, I believe. It could be. It is 12-15. Okay, Gymea have picked up a shot on that rink. They have 2 ends to play. Just the bowler sitting in front of the scoreboard. I can't. Anyway. All right. The players have settled down. Tom's just got to hurry. Not far off. 2 ends to play on the Mullen-Agar rink. It is only 8 shots, 6 ends. Oh! We got the big thump. Anything could happen on this head. It's lawn bowls. We're not going to see because Jimmy decides to get in the road again, but that's all right, Jimmy. Don't change what you've done the whole game. There he is. If you weren't sure, Taren Point, the Scorchers were established in 1950. Thank you. Stevie Banks just telling Jimmy to get out of the road. Thanks, mate. Like all good team members. Oh, viewers. Oh, my goodness. We've got a howler. And he's picked up the shot. Let's watch that on the Youtubelivesports replay. Jimmy's just got out of the road just in time. The bowl comes down. He looks to plant. He gets the crazy Ruben Wiki and takes the shot. That could... Oh, we might all come back for an extra end on that. Who knows? That's what I love about this sport. Congratulations to Gymea, who are managing to get a 5-shot win on this rink. We now have 7 shots the difference with 2 rinks to play. Incredible. Well, just well done, boys. Great match. Well done. Thank you. Well played. I'm just giving my my team. Good on you, Sammy. Well done. Well done, Sammy. Good on you, Dave. Great play. Well done. Well done. Well done, Steve, Jim and Thomas. Well done. Hey, thanks for getting Jimmy out of the way a couple of times. Well done, Thomas. Great work. I didn't know you were Murray's dad. Good on you, mate. Well done. All right. Time to change the cameras. I'm just going to get on the other rink because, viewers, we are still in a great battle. Let's try and see what's going on. We've got a multiple coming out here, and I don't know if that multiple is Taren Point or Gymea. So Gymea bowls are coming out. There could be a 4 on this rink. That bowl that I just said could mean an extra end. That's what we want, don't we? No. How many shots? 3 out already. And they'll still have 2 ends to play. Good to see the Club Cronulla team here. Great to see you. The Mighty Sixers are ready to launch. Oh, I tried to do good work. Cronulla versus Hillsdale. That's going to be a tough match. Can't wait. Pity I'm not live streaming it, though. I've got to do a 3 or a 5. Talk about a nervous measure. I hope the umpires are watching. Oh, they called the umpire. Wow. So, let's stay with this one at the moment because 3 are out. They're measuring for 4. That means with a couple of ends to play... Wow, it's close. Up and about. There's 2 ends to play on the other rink, which is rink number 5 between Colin Mullen and Mark Agar. I don't know who's holding shot at the moment on that other rink, but this is for a spot in the final. If we have a look to see who's through, I believe Caringbah got up by about 30 shots. So Caringbah are through for the Grade 7 final. Who's going to be their opponent? Oh, man. Get me a knife. You can cut the tension in half. Oh, thanks to our wonderful umpires doing a great job. Taren Point sending a bowl down on rink 5. I think Gymea are holding 1. Taren Point have the next 3. Good to see the Axe and Rhino and Dave wearing the black shoes tonight. Good to have Ryan Hansen here, the $12,000 man. Good on you, Rhino. Oh, man, that match against Cabra. You couldn't have done any more. Bloody Carl Healy, if you're watching. Good to see the Axe here. He's not in the doghouse after last week's effort. Wow, we've got the orbital out. G'day, viewers. Stand by. Plenty of views already. We've got the skipper, Mark Agar, sending his bowl on its way. I still don't know who's holding shot. I can't tell from that tape. But this is going to be an extremely close measure. As Colin Mullen's on the mat now, sending his bowl down. It's a 7-shot diff with 5 ends. If this comes through, it'll be either 4 shots. I don't know which bowl's which. It's close. Could be a dead heat for this measure. And it is a 4-shot count. Wow. That's huge. And the rain's coming. They've got 2 ends to play, which is going to mean that my ability to change over to the other green's going to be interesting. Alrighty, let's stay. I'll just keep the cameras where they are at the moment, viewers. I've just got to try and see. This is the final bowl of this end with 1 to play.
Great shot, Colin!
And I don't know if they've now got... And it is 1 to Taren Point on that furthest rink. With 1 end to play. We are 4 shots the difference with 3 ends on the Masterboard. And that is a great starting bowl, which I will now get the camera across to. Sorry, viewers, about the eyes. We will reset the camera. We'll focus on this with 2 ends to play. You better watch it back. You had great fun. You were very animated. It was lovely. Yeah, that too. But your mum and dad were here and it was really good. Yeah, so they should be. Good. Yeah, absolutely. All righty. I don't know if Ray wants to sit there and watch or commentate.
Well played, Stevie.
So this is what currently Scorchers can't really tell. Okay, I'm just trying to identify the bowl of who's using what. It is 4 shots, 3 ends to play, and it's been a good start from Gymea on rink number 5. Currently, Gymea are holding 1 on rink 5. Rink 6, I believe Gymea are also holding. Taren Point's holding 1. Death Perception. I am 55, thanks very much. 56 next month. And the rain is coming. Razor, your electrical equipment's out, my friend. You sure? Okay. This is going to add the drama. I don't think anyone wants to have an extra end, which what happens is all 3 teams have to come back out and play. Oh! And he has got the shot. Big bowl. How good is lawn bowls, viewers? It's why the Axis played 50 games for Wales. We'll get him on the commentary very shortly, but I don't know how he goes under pressure. Cool, calm and collected. Great weather if you're a Welshman today, just quietly. Makes you feel at home. So grade 7, just to let you know, awesome watching this. Awesome work. Good to see Marcos there. Good on you, mate. All right. At the moment, Gymea holding a shot on both games, both ends. Now they're holding 2, maybe 3. The key thing is here is for these players not to look at the scoreboard. Just try and play what's in front of them. If they let the Masterboard get in front of them, you'll feel like David Axon did if the pairs, when he knew he'd not won a state championship and he finally got the job done. We spoke about that last week. He was able to put that all aside and played a bomb. Whew. The man in the magic thongs. Here he comes. There's a bit of a grimace when he sent that down. Oh, there's also Harley McDonald, the heavyweights of grade 1. And this is awesome. I've got guys who play grade 1 supporting their grade 7. This is what's so good about this club. Get on board with the Scorchers. It's incredible. And I'm a part of it, which is brilliant. A 13-16, I'll just make sure I've got all that correct on 20. A 14-20 on 19 and a 20-15 on 21 were correct. Wait, big bowl here from Taren Point. Has she got the shot? No, they are still 2 down. That's a big bowl by their third. And if you go on Bowls Link, you can find out who these players are. I haven't had a chance to get their names except the skippers. All right. Hillsdale have arrived. I got to... Oh! I don't know if that has pushed another bowl in. And they might be 2 down. You can see the vision. We'll try and change up the image here. Can't tell. I think it could be. Wow. On the other rink, I believe it was Claire, just drew the shot. The skipper would have said, thank goodness for my third. I believe the Goannas have two, but as has happened in the whole afternoon, or the morning of the matches that are coming in the afternoon, we have had one rink go one shot up and the other rink go another shot. So let's see what they're doing. This is the skipper. John Crawley for the Goannas. He's played some big bowls. They are holding to it very hard. They've got the Great Wall of China blocking the head at the moment. All it will take is a slight little cannon. So where does Dave Craddock go here? Does he look for the split? Let's see how he goes. Definitely got a bowl that's reaching. Is it staying slightly high? I think it is. All right. Rink 5 action. Mark Agar getting ready to send one down. Colin Mullen. Currently it's 1 to Taren Point on the other rink. And it looks like it could be 2. John Crawley with his final attempt. He's got a little bit of speed in it. Which one's he going to promote? Has he found the gap? And he has. Wow. Wow. I believe that could be 3 to the Goannas. And it is still 1 to the Scorchers on the other rink. Oh, my God. How good is bowls? This is a big bowl here. There's a hush over the crowd. Dave Craddock, I don't think he's going to make a difference with that. I reckon they'll get the tape out. And as all good skippers, Colin Mullen's going to have a look at the head. Was that a 3? Whew. Has someone got some Valium? Oh my gosh. They have picked up 7 shots in 2 ends. This is what semi-finals are all about. And viewers, we are a 1-shot difference with 2 ends to play. Oh, let me see if I can change where we're going. Change camera 2, Matt. I will bring you... Sorry about the eyes there, viewers. Just trying to bring you the action on this head. This is the final end of this team. That red bowl is a Taren Point bowl. Both skippers have 1 to play. We'll come back to the middle rink in a moment. The Scorchers are holding 1. It is a massive bowl. This is a trip to the final. Colin Mullen, can he pick up a second? He's on the forehand. Shooting from the hip. The greenkeeper's delight. Trying to fix up the holes in the green. Get that bloke an arm. All righty, just to let you know, on the middle rink, both leads have finished about, let's be generous, 2 metres short. Okay. Mark Agar, he's down 1. Can he put his side as a draw? Final bowl. You can't see him, but he's on the mat. He's using a duo bowl. He has sent the ball on its way. You'll see it come into picture in a moment, viewers. He's not far off. Oh. I believe it is 1 point to the Scorchers. So, even though they won that rink. All right, time to vary the camera viewers. I don't think it's any more. All righty. Here we go. It is 2 shots on the big board. I'll try and get the camera for you, and then we'll worry about packing up and setting up and trying to get organised. That's what it looks like. Okay, so have you had a look at how many people are here? Freaking insane. It's the best. How good is that? How would you like to be these guys out there? Fucking oh. Viewers, I can't paint a better picture than what this looks like. This is epic. Oh. I tell you, I'd love to be out there as Stephen Banks. He'd eat this up. Oh. Hey, Banksy. Steve, I won't get you on because you might be back out there. They need 2. 2 will force it to an extra end, all 3 teams. I don't think Ray Pearce has got any nails left. Okay. I'm just trying to find out if there's any indication they're only holding 1. How do they get 2? Being a club mate of the Scorchers, I don't want them to get 2, but I'm impartial. Well, I think we've got to give what the viewers want. They want an extra end. Oh. Phew. Oh. Oh, boof. Any man who can wear thongs like that, got to be a legend around here. Of the home of the Scorchers, boof with the thongs. I wouldn't even think their oofs or bowl legitimate, but we'll keep with them. Oh, my goodness. I've got to go to the toilet. I'll have to get Rhino on the coverage. Hey, Davo, you want to come and talk with me? You sure? All right. I'll just do it. Banksy, come here. Come on. Come on. You'll be right. Come on. We may as well live the passion. Pop it on. Pop it on. Just, like, stand up and watch. All right, I've got the third, Steve Banks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How good was that out there?
Mate, it was a bloody classic.
Hard, eh?
Yeah, it's really getting very close to this.
Tell
50 to 52.
Tell me, they're 1 down on this end.
Yep.
A 2 to the Goannas will force all of you back out there to see who gets a spot against Caringbah.
Oh,
How would you feel about that?
Mate, if that happens...
You're the man for the job.
Probably.
Your parents were sitting there and was laughing their head off because you might disagree, but your weight control in that game wasn't the best.
Yep.
However, you played some bombs.
Yeah.
But for your consistency, and I spoke to Ray about it. It's good practice for what you're doing. But you love this sport, right?
I love it. My mate, Will Rosenthal, he got... Oh,
Has Bull set the bowl?
oh, he touched it. Oh, he got it.
He's touched it.
Yeah. Hold on, Puffy.
Oh, there's cuddles and there's fist pumping. But
He's
but
got
look,
one more.
did you notice the crowd? Because you
Yeah,
feel it?
yeah.
Because this is epic. This is
Yeah.
grade 7. We're on the TV rink.
I know. We're classing it.
So that's why I thought I'd bring you in. I wasn't going to, but I
it's all
thought,
good.
you know what? You got Carring Bar waiting. They're probably hoping that you have to go back out there
Yeah.
and smash each other up and then try and calm down. Because
Yeah.
Carring Bar are through.
Yeah. Well, my mate's got Will Rosenthal. He got me in the sport.
Oh, terrific.
And I say thank you very much for Will
Yeah.
Rosenthal. And
What about
I actually love it, and my grandfather used to play this as well.
Oh, good. Give
I didn't
your
know.
mum and dad a shout out.
Well,
They were sitting here. They were a nervous wreck.
yeah.
Big bowl here, though. All right, I'll just make sure I've got my cameras where they need to be. Gymea are holding 1, and as expected,
Oh, we're one down.
yeah, I think
yeah,
Gymea are holding.
Well, if Bull comes down on that right and then sit on that brown one.
Yes. I don't know if you watch basketball, but the last 5 minutes in basketball can take half an hour.
Yeah.
And this is the spectacle. If you have a look, viewers, you've got the whole of the Gymea Goannas here. If they bow out, they're gone.
Yep.
If you bow out, Taren Point are gone out of the finals for this afternoon.
Yep.
Have you ever won a regional flag before, Stephen?
We did. We're going to state finals in August.
For the men's
For the
pennant.
men's
But for
pennants.
open gender?
No. This is.
I'll just let you know.
My
I've
second,
40
but-
years of playing bowls. There's no better
Yeah.
than winning an open gender. It used to just be men and women,
Yep.
but now we play inclusively.
Yep.
And this is huge. All right.
Well, it's
All right,
up, it's
Buff.
up to Buff now.
Well, it is, because imagine if he doesn't, then it's up to David.
Oh. Let's, hold on.
Here we go.
I think he's got this.
Well, look, he's playing on the right-hand side. I don't think he's sent it. Look,
Maybe he's putting a block on. Maybe. That's a good spot.
when you've got this pressure,
Yeah.
you can't simulate this pressure in a roll-up.
Yep.
We've got a few hundred people here watching this. I think the other green is finished, and as soon as I finish, I've got to run over and put my gear over there, I believe, because I think I'll be streaming the Grade 3 match between Sylvania and Moorfield.
Really.
Yeah, and I can see that Grade 6 will be on this green as well, which will be between Cronulla and Hillsdale. And I'm not too sure where the Grade 7. I think you'll end up changing greens.
Yeah. I think we will be.
So here we go.
So yeah, put your
We
stuff
have
over there.
4 bowls left,
Yeah.
2 each.
It's going to be very tight.
This is John Crawley. Looking at the revolutions there, I don't think he's just...
No, it's not there.
It was...
It was a nice. He was on target, but he
Yep.
didn't have the weight.
I'm not surprised that only 1 bowler's behind the head, because they get extremely nervous.
Yep.
There might be the second one, which could be Jack High. All right. Do you know much about Dave Craddock? Because he's a teammate.
Yeah.
But what's his background? Has he been playing for a while? Have you?
Yeah, he's been playing for a while. and
Okay.
He's playing good.
You guys didn't change your teams too much in the sevens over the course of the season?
No.
Okay.
No. We have a couple of people, are away, but some people.
Okay. So
Come on, Dave.
the thing is, if John Crawley does not get shot, Dave doesn't have to play his last bowl, because
So
you win by 1.
Yeah, so we're actually 1 down.
You're 1 down.
Yeah.
Well, from what the indication was, Guy Muir is saying
I
that.
prefer to put it in your pocket if he doesn't.
Well, this has
here
got
we go.
more.
This
This
has
has got
got
more
weight.
potential on it.
He's coming down.
What do we got, Banksy?
Oh,
He's running into some trouble, and I think the
take
Scorchers.
the 1. Buffy's kind.
Well-
Hold.
They're checking to make sure they've got 1.
This is-
Confirm with
oh,
your
this is
third,
classic.
Buff. Confirm with your third.
1 we've got.
I don't
Oh,
think.
On a minute. We can't measure it. That's it. That's it. We got it.
There you go.
We got it. We got the one.
Banksy.
Looks like I'm moving on to the next stage.
Great work, mate. Thanks for your
Thank you very
time.
much for having me on, mate.
Pleasure, mate. And good luck to the Taren Point Scorchers,
Yep.
the mighty grade 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Well done, mate. Not yet, but soon. Well, viewers, that was Banksy. He's moving on. And it means Taren Point survive another heart scare. And let's have a look. They win it by 1, 52-51 on 63. Viewers, I believe I'm heading to stream, and I will just put this on the stream now. I'll be doing the grade 3. I'll get that because I've got to put the stream up, and we may be a little bit late. Welcome. Make sure you watch it back. You did awesome.
I'm going to watch it.
That was so good. You guys did awesome. Well done. Your pleasure. Thank you for thanking me. Real nice. You're welcome, Peter. Great time. Thanks for watching. All right, viewers, you've seen it. The next match will be grade 3. I've got to move a whole heap of stuff. Sylvania versus Moorfield. Thanks for watching. And commiserations to the Gymea Goannas. They bowed out in fine fashion. The Taren Point Scorchers fight another day. The sole team left in the grades 3 to 7. They won the grade 1 pennant. Can they win the grade 7? We'll see you again. Thanks for joining us. If you can't be here on the stream, get down to the club. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. All right.